So if you combine
Coming to you live from Stuart, Florida, the greatest little town in the world. It's the Get Up and Go Show on AM 1450 WSTU. You're invited to call the show anytime at 772-220-9788. And now, broadcasting live from their palatial studios, here are your hosts, Evan and Bonnie.
608 to Get Up and Go Show. Evan and Bonnie is.
Well, yeehaw!
Yeah, you're that happy that it's Friday? Oh, excuse me. Didn't mean to do that. Should have used the laboratory before I got in here.
The laboratory.
Yeah, laboratory.
Sorry about that. That's saying that word quite on the fancy note this morning.
Yeah, laboratory.
I call it the laboratory.
Laboratory?
No, that sounds more like a lab, like a science lab.
Okay.
Maybe you're right with laboratory.
All right. Well, the outhouse, the throne, the porcelain throne. It's Friday. It's a Freaky Friday. It's a fun Friday. It's a freestyle Friday. So you know what happens when Fridays happen, Bonnie?
We open up our phone lines.
That's right. Anything goes. So if you're listening this early in the morning and you want to have a conversation, if you need somebody to talk to, consider us your 211. Give us a call. 220-9788. 220-WSTU.
And let us know if there's any like traffic going on too. We always like to give out the traffic. You know, sometimes we might not find on our computer what's going on our side streets throughout Martin County and St. Lucie County.
Yes.
So we like to say, if you see something, say something and give us a call. We appreciate it.
I cooked dinner again last night for the wife. Neighbors were walking by. You know what they said?
They said the neighborhood smelled so good.
They said this.
What the Rock is cooking.
That's what they said last night.
The Rock was cooking.
The Rock was cooking.
And what were we cooking, firing up in the neighborhood?
Last night we had pork chops in shake and bake. We also had some jasmine rice. We had some yellow rice. And we had some stovetop stuffing, pork style.
I still have yet to try the jasmine rice. I think it was you that said earlier that your wife swore by it and that she absolutely loves it.
Absolutely loves jasmine rice.
Not sure I've ever had it before.
It's really good.
Is it different than your regular like white rice, brown rice?
It's a more finer type of rice than your usual white rice.
So it's kind of like your...
It's a little more soft. It's more fluffier. It's more... it's easy to go down. It digests better in your trach and your track system and all this other crap that goes down, in one way and out the other.
There's something about rice after I eat it, Evan, that gives me kind of a calming feeling.
Oh.
It's like a good thing for me to eat right before I go to bed. Because
is it therapy for you?
For some reason, rice, after I eat it, I get like this calming sort of effect.
Oh, so it's therapeutic.
Maybe it is.
We'll brand a new rice. We'll call it therapeutic rice.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll talk to Fredo. That'll be his next business. Fredo. Anything
I can see that right on the box with Fredo's smiling face right on that box of rice.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure, definitely. So.
Charged only $1 on the shelf.
There we go.
So it flies off the shelf like hotcakes.
So what happened yesterday when you left here? Did you do anything? Did you have any massages?
Yeah, I had massages late last night. I had an 8:30 massage last night.
Wow, you had massages out the wazoo, huh?
And massaging 10 at night.
Wow, so you got home about 10:30, wound down. Probably didn't get to bed till about 11:30, fell asleep by midnight.
That's
back
right.
up at 4, and you're here walking in the door at exactly 5:38. I always know when you're going to walk in. It's always 5:38. That's when you walk in the door.
Yeah, it's like clockwork.
Not a minute earlier, not a minute later.
No. Once in a while, maybe a minute later at 22, and maybe I walked in about I think it was 5:37 or 5:36.
Yeah, you're a 5:38 kind of girl. I'm going to buy you a T-shirt that says 5:38.
The time works well for me, and
Gary's going to wonder what the heck is 5:38.
We can tell him it's a new shot or a new seltzer brew.
Yeah, it's a new verse.
That's what it sounds like.
Yeah.
Like one of those new hard seltzers.
You walk around the mall, you'll have a shirt on that says 5:38. People are going to look at you really strange. 5:38. What does that mean?
Going to be considering it's either my favorite time of the AM or my favorite time of the PM. Depends what I'm doing. When it's 5:38 PM and I'm late at work, going to work late into the night.
I could also think it's your IQ, 538. That would be ridiculously high.
Yeah.
538 IQ. Wow, you'd be a rocket scientist at IQ of 538.
Yeah, I could handle it. I need some new T-shirts anyway.
Okay.
And, whenever I see the Nike T-shirt or the Puma.
Christmas is coming up soon, so you never know what Santa's going to leave in your basket.
know.
You never know what you might get from the 9 household.
What do you want for Christmas this year?
Peace, love, and happiness. That's all I care about.
That's great.
Peace, love, and happiness.
And freedom. Let freedom ring.
Well, freedom always rings in my household.
Does it?
Yeah, we walk around naked all the time.
Why?
Yeah, that's how you have freedom. You walk around naked. Let freedom ring.
Naked,
you asked, I told you.
Naked and not afraid, and Jasmine Rice, and I'm liking
great
it.
Combination. I'm telling you, therapeutic and freedom.
Wow.
Can't get any better than that. You just jump in the pool, and there's the icing on the cake.
That's icing on the cake. I'll tell you what, I had a craving for sweets last night because I had a lady on the table who has a business where she started her business where she makes little cakes and sweet items at home. And she sells these sort of pies. Oh, my goodness. What were those pies called? They weren't moon pies.
Apple, cherry, peach.
They were a sort of
licorice.
She said they either stem from Maine or Philadelphia, and she said Maine and Philadelphia are usually vying for the pie's attention, saying that it comes from that state, or fighting for it.
If they're from Maine, maybe it's a lobster pie.
A lobster pie
Maine
would
lobster
be great,
pie,
wouldn't it?
Right?
Yeah, I got to look that up because for the life of me, I can't remember the name of the pie. It was kind of cool. It sounded delicious. She said she makes like these little pumpkin pies encrusted with cream cheese. And I was like, wow, that sounds yummy. So
very interesting.
So I got her card. I'm going to look her up. She said she's baking like all the time.
Do you have her card on you by any chance?
I do.
You do? Take it, grab it. Go ahead and grab it real quick. And let's see if there's a website on. Let's see what the website is. Maybe.
I don't want to reveal
That's an awful small purse you have there.
I know. I got to get a bigger one.
Couldn't fit much in there.
I don't want to reveal it. If I find the card, I don't want to reveal
No.
it.
I don't want to say anything. I just want to look at it.
Because I told her, I mean, she knows, like I didn't tell her.
I mean, she may want her privacy kept.
Discuss anything on the air.
Can I see? Okay.
Creams and cakes and icings.
So you're giving it away. You're discussing it. Okay. There's the website. Okay. I see it. Very good. Let's see. Okay,
Her name is Candy, by the way.
Candy is dandy.
Don't get last name.
No, I wouldn't do that. Candy is dandy, and like wine is fine. Okay.
I got to look up those pies pretty soon. Were they moon pies? They were.
Let's
They
see
were
here.
these delicious pies that she was
We're going to bring
describing.
up her website. Oh, it's just site can't be reached. That's not good.
Okay.
K-E.
And I asked her.
I did. So down. That's not a good thing. So here we have a business card and we have a website that's not working.
Yeah.
Let me try this one more time. Nope, no site.
Okay.
Site can't be reached.
All right. I'll just try it later. You know who used to bring in some great desserts for us was Pittsburgh Deb when
Oh,
she
yes.
was here with Frank and friends. And I hope that show comes back because those two on a Friday evening.
Well, I hate to tell you, but it is coming back today.
It is today.
I think so.
Oh, that is some wonderful
I
news.
think. Don't quote me on it.
Okay, Frank and Deb. She would bring in these awesome turtles, Evan, that she
Okay.
would
Oh, I found her. I
make.
found her Facebook page.
delicious.
So the Facebook page is working. Okay, so I'm looking at her Facebook page. Chocolate with salted caramel is another thing. She calls it
Whoopie pies. Thank you. Yes.
Whoopie Pie Wednesday.
Whoopie pies. And they're
Okay.
like not your ordinary huge pies. These
Mhm.
are like a little bit smaller, but maybe bigger than a cookie.
Okay.
And she said they either stem from Maine. People in Maine love them. The Philadelphia, they make them. And it's kind of like, she said it is a Northeast Coast thing with the whoopie pie.
Oh, okay.
So I said,
Is that
She-
like a whoopee cushion?
I don't know.
It's like a whoopee cushion. So like when you sit down, this happens.
I'm sure you could enjoy one while sitting on a
Right?
whoopee cushion.
Exactly.
But as she was walking out, I said, I must have your card because I want to order the deliciousness pretty
Okay.
soon.
Well, there you go. Now you have a place to order your delectable treats.
And when I order, I'll make sure I bring some in for us so you can try some too,
Okay.
Evan.
All
We'll
right.
Try
Just
it
make
together.
sure nothing has peanut butter.
Right
Be
on.
very careful about that.
I will.
You don't want to put me into a coma. Because if you put me into a coma when I'm on the radio,
Yeah.
that just wouldn't be good. Then you have to come over here and start pushing all these buttons.
In fact, I'm gonna inquire that was anything made with peanuts or even the peanut oil is probably what you got to stay away from.
I'm
right?
all right with peanut oil. It's
Okay.
just the actual peanut butter itself.
Uh-huh.
It just what is it? It swells up my throat. There we go.
And you can't eat peanuts like cashews or
No.
pistachios
No. Nope.
or
Nope.
anything.
Nope.
Oh,
Nope,
I
nothing
don't
at all.
envy you with that because I love peanuts. I love different kind of
Well,
nuts.
you're ever
and-
going to bring nuts in here and you want to eat nuts on the air, that's fine. You can eat as many nuts as you want on the air. Just
Yeah.
keep it on your side of the room, and I'll keep mine over here on my side of the room. You have your nuts, and I don't have my nuts.
Oh, and that reminds me, if Pittsburgh Deb ever bought some of those delicious turtles in again, we gotta
Mhm.
consider asking her, Deb, could you make a few of them without the
Yeah, without
pecan,
nuts.
without the
Yes.
pecan that's
Without
in
nuts.
it?
So I think they're going to be in today. I'm not sure. Rumor has it there's just a slight rumor. Can't really say, but I guess you'll just have to tune in at 5:00 today and find out. That's
Okay, I'm going to be tuning in. I think I'm I start a 5:00 massage.
Oh, what a shame!
I know. But
Darn.
man,
Well, I
I-
guess you can't tune in. But then again, you could always tune in on your phone.
I can
You can get the
Yeah.
TuneIn app, and you can have a set of earbuds in while you're massaging, and you'll be listening to the show, and you'll be belly laughing out loud, and the person on your table will be like, "What the
What's
heck is she
going on?"
laughing at?" Yeah.
Or I can call them in on route and say, "Hey, Frank and Deb, are you guys really here? Are you really back?"
Yeah, or you could just call in during the show live while you're doing a massage and kind of give a play-by-play action as you're rubbing somebody's trapezius muscles or the glutes
Oh,
or whatever it is.
I would get fired for that, though. No,
Oh, that would be a
no
lot of
cell
fun.
phones allowed in the massage room.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh, that's right, for privacy purposes.
privacy purposes.
Because they'll think that your voyeurism is going in full bloom.
Yeah,
and
if-
you're videotaping.
if they find you with a cell phone in there, you are fired on the spot.
Really?
That's what
But a customer can bring a cell phone in, but you can't.
exactly.
See, that's a double standard.
But once in a while, the customer cell phone will ring,
Uh-huh.
and it doesn't bother me
yeah,
at
but what
all.
happens if Gary needs you in an emergency and he needs to call your cell phone and you don't have it with you?
Yeah, just
That's an issue I have right there.
oh,
Or somebody that's got kids that's a massage therapist. If the kids, God forbid, something happens to one of the kids and they need to call their mother or father right away in an emergency and they can't get through on the landline, well, they got to call the cell phone, and the cell phone's in the locker in the other room on the other side of the place, and they can't get through, and now they can't get a hold of their parent, and it's an emergency.
yeah. Well, that's
So-
just it's just a rule we got to abide by
Okay.
in that matter. I guess families, if you're a massage therapist, you should have a backup for them to call.
I don't know what backup. Maybe a walkie-talkie might work.
Meaning another relative to call or somebody for emergency.
6:20 right now is the time for a Friday. It's Freestyle Friday, which means anything goes. Anything goes today. And I mean anything. So call up 220-9788. Here's Bonnie with the news.
Thank you, Evan. Can you say nail biter? When it comes to Florida, November 3rd, 3 new polls of likely Florida voters are out in the presidential race to favor Joe Biden and the other President Trump, but all 3 were within the margin of error. President Trump hosted a town hall event last night in Miami, while Joe Biden hosted a town hall in Philadelphia at the same time. Scam alert. This is for Martin County. Now, on Thursday, Stewart police have received several complaints regarding an individual identifying themselves as Sergeant Steve Walter or Sergeant Robert Bosco of the Stewart Police Department over the phone. The caller reports that the recipient has had an outstanding federal warrant or an arrest warrant since they failed to appear in court years ago. The scammer gives victims the opportunity to clear the warrant by making a payment. One victim reported that she was told $3,000 would take care of the problem. The incoming number from these calls comes up as 772-287-1122, which is the police non-emergency line. Spoofing using software or a phone app that allows customization of the outgoing number to enhance the authenticity of the call is a common tactic used by scam artists. So if you receive a call from law enforcement agencies or any government entity that demand immediate payment for anything, it's simple, hang up. On Thursday, the Stewart Police Department was awarded the prestigious Excelsior Recognition Award via Zoom meeting from the Commission for Florida Law Enforcement Accreditation. The Excelsior recognition is achieved when an agency successfully attains reaccreditation for 5 successful cycles. The Stewart Police Department began the process in 2005. Don't bet on the U.S.-Canadian border reopening after the closure agreement expires October 21st. In an interview Wednesday, Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau said his country is committed to keeping the border closed until the United States gets control of COVID-19. The U.S. is not in a place where we would feel comfortable reopening those borders, he told the hosts of Smart Start, which airs on Canada's global television network. We will continue to make sure that Canadian safety is top of mind when we move forward. We see the cases in the United States and elsewhere around the world, and we need to continue to keep those border controls in place. Lastly, Americans would love to go on vacation. They're just not sure they should. 2 surveys found many travelers express hesitation during coronavirus pandemic about taking a trip. 67% of those responding to a AAA travel survey released Thursday say they are uncertain about whether to take a vacation. Online booking site Travelocity found 67% of Americans say they won't travel for the year-end holidays. The findings are in line with advice from the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, which offers a world map that indicates that coronavirus is a threat in just about every country, including the United States. And the Houston Astros beat the Tampa Bay Rays 4-3 to get back in the series as the Rays lead the series 3-2. Correa with a walk-off homer in the bottom of the 9th to win it for Houston. The Astros have won 2 straight now. Game 6 starts at 6:07 p.m. tonight. Our news time is 6:24, and we'll have weather and traffic together next.
7:05 on the Get Up and Go show. It's a Freestyle Friday. Let's do a little bit of traffic and weather together. All to you by Code Red Roofers. Bonnie?
Well, this moment when the roads are clear on this Friday, no traffic accidents that we're seeing here on the Turnpike. I-95 also clear at the moment, north and southbound. Drive safely. There's your latest look at traffic. And we have 72 right now in Port St. Lucie and Homestead. Here's our forecast at WPTV.
Happy Friday, my sunshines. Temperatures this morning starting off in the low to mid 70s with a couple of isolated downpours for that morning drive. This afternoon, highs in the mid 80s with feels like temperatures in the low to mid 90s. A 60% chance for showers and storms, most of the rain clearing by sunset. Our biggest impacts will be heavy rainfall, frequent lightning, and gusty winds. For the weekend, temperatures starting off in the mid 70s. Highs in the mid 80s with a 40% chance for showers and storms. Winds will be breezy out of the east-southeast at 10 to 20 miles per hour. I'm WPTV First Alert Meteorologist Katya Hall on WSTU AM 1450, Martin County's Heritage Station.
If you have a suggestion for to hear from you, send us an email to WSTUmorningshow@gmail.com. Now let's get back to the Get Up and Go show. Here's Evan and Bud.
You recently passed gas in an Uber? Did you poof in someone's Porsche? Was there an SBD in an SUV? Then call the law offices of Pooty Honkin' Beaver. If you've been charged with assault after blasting one in a Beamer or blowing a butt bugle in someone's Bentley, call Pooty Honkin' Beaver. We'll get to the bottom of what's going on and make sure there will be no time spent behind bars. No matter if you've made an arse whistle in an Aston Martin or ripped one in a Rolls. Call Pooty Honkin' Beaver today.
Bonnie, have you ever been out in a vehicle before? You or Gary, or I'll admit, yeah, I've done it before, like in an Uber in somebody else's car, and you just like kind of, you just have to take care of business silently, and you just kind of be very discreet about it. Have you ever had that happen?
I probably have before, but
I'll admit I have.
I mean,
I have no morals. I've done it.
I might be lying to say that I don't, just not etched in immediate memory. So I'm not going to say no. It has never happened. I think I did that like when I was in second grade in class.
Second grade, okay.
So
sitting in class, you just kind of let one go and silent but deadly, and the class is looking around and they're going, Okay,
So-
where'd that come from?
So I was quite the little actress at the time, and I looked at the other girl as if I was blaming it on her.
Well, you know what? You know what
That's
they
horrible.
You know what they say. The old kid adage is, if you smell, whoever smelt it dealt it. That's the old adage.
Oh, yeah.
So if you ripped it, okay, well then you were the one that did it. That was the old adage.
Is that like a dog smells his own ones first?
I don't know. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I'm not in a dog's life.
The first to smell and
Couldn't
never
tell
to
ya.
tell.
Yeah, first to smell and never to tell. If you smelt it, you dealt it. That's the way I look at it. Anyway, let's do some viral videos. There is a house in East Aurora, New York that has gone viral because of the Halloween display. It's a massive spider up and down a huge web in the front yard. The guy who lives there is a retired engineer, and he started building this all the way back in May. And it's crazy. Let's listen.
With so much going on this year, I thought that Halloween was not going to be the same. I felt that if there was ever a time that we needed something other to look at,
It was up and down, up and down,
Yeah.
up and down.
And this is not an itsy bitsy spider either.
No.
Like Evan said, it's huge.
It's gargantuous size.
I mean, it is like this is like a monster in the sky going
Yeah.
up and down the spider web.
Yeah.
How did he create something like this?
He's a genius. He's an engineer.
I-
Engineers can do things like that.
And if I saw that sort of Halloween decoration on my Saturday night or Saturday morning runs, I would be like running the other way,
I wouldn't be scared.
terrified.
I wouldn't be scared. I saw a couple of huge raccoons run across the road this morning on my way in.
Did you really?
I actually stopped in the middle of the road just to make sure that the raccoon and the family would get across the road.
Yeah,
It was right on Monterey Road, matter of fact.
a whole family.
Whole
then,
family of
huh,
raccoons,
Evan?
mama, papa, and the babies.
Yeah,
Going right across the highway.
I think it's
One
so
of the
much
babies,
fun.
one of the babies stopped dead in its tracks in the middle of the road, and Mama Raccoon does a U-turn and gives it a little nudge so it goes across the road.
Oh, that had to be so cute. Was
Yeah.
there heavy traffic this morning too that
No.
you didn't want to hit them?
Nope, not at all.
Oh, good.
I was the only one on the road.
Well, it sounds like they made it across.
Yep. Bonnie, you know what a Zamponi is by any chance? It's something I will tell you that much.
Yeah, it's cleaner, right? Is this like an ice cleaner
Well,
or?
it's an ice resurfacer is what it is. And a Zamboni caught fire on an ice rink at a youth hockey practice in Rochester, New York this past Wednesday. Nobody was injured, thanks to the driver who actually stayed on board and drove it off the rink and then extinguished the fire. Let's listen.
Well, Rochester making some national headlines late last night. Have a look at this remarkable footage from the Bill Gray's Regional Iceplex. An ice resurfacing machine catching fire during a youth hockey practice. No one was hurt, but it was a startling scene. We're told it happened just before 7. The driver was trying to clean the ice when the flames burst out of the machine. That driver was able to drive the resurfacer off the ice to a maintenance area. The fire was already out by the time firefighters got there. The cause of that fire is under investigation.
Yeah, people think we make this stuff up.
Yeah,
You can't make this kind of thing up.
he was driving that Zamboni off the ice like really fast. That was
Yes.
faster than I've seen a Zamboni travel. I saw a video footage of something else on fire this morning, Evan. It was somebody's yacht. It wasn't the biggest yacht. It was a smaller yacht, but
Mhm.
however, it was on fire in Fort Lauderdale.
Oh yeah, I saw all the video footage. I saw the helicopter footage. Made national headlines yesterday.
Yeah, and did you see like the color of that fire coming from it? I mean,
Yep.
that was like the orangest looking in
Mhm.
contrast to the white yacht. It was, boy, it was quite a scene.
That's because the yacht had some flammable material on it, and when you get flammable material, it changes the color of the fire a little bit.
Oh yeah. Oh, is that okay?
Yes.
I did not know that.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Yes, for sure. Bonnie, of course, you're a big cat enthusiast, and this next story has to do with cats. Some cats think they rule the entire world. This one is in Northern Ireland, and it won't let dogs pass from the kitchen to the dining room. The clip was posted a few months ago, but now it's making the rounds. So this poor dog is trying to get by the cat. Let's listen.
Come on, son. Mom, come on.
Cat won't let the dog go
Come
through
on,
the damn
son.
door. It just won't.
Pussycat
It's
not let
standing
you
guard.
in. Come on. Come on.
Cat's just standing there.
Yeah.
It's like standing guard.
Yeah.
Won't let the dog through the door.
The cat's the one with the
Stay.
claws, probably.
Yeah.
Come on.
It's just the dog just doesn't want to have nothing to do with it.
The dog could take one bite out of that kitty
Yeah.
if
Just
he had the
sitting there.
nerve.
Just sitting there. The poor dog
Oh,
doesn't know what to do.
he looks like a friendly dog.
He is.
He's very
He's not
friendly.
very big. It's not a very big dog.
Those are some pretty animals.
Yeah. Poor dog, just frozen in his track.
Yeah, he
Won't
looks like
come
some
through.
sort of golden retriever, a really friendly boy, and
Mhm.
he should just take a bite out of that cat. Is really pretty.
Were you just about to say he should just take a bite out of the cat?
Yeah,
And you're a cat lover.
stand his ground.
Wow.
Well,
I can't believe you just said that.
I go on both sides. I like dogs and kitty cats.
You do
And-
realize that when you get home later, Hansi is probably listening to this radio program. And now Hansi is not going to like you
I
for
know.
what you said because the cats are in the cat family and cats stay together.
Yeah, well, Hansi's going to be on my side because I did open that can of kitty food this morning. He likes to hear that pop off the top and come running for it. So he knows I'm going to feed him again. So that's how I stay on his good side.
Okay, so do your cats get wet or dry food?
They get both.
Okay.
They get both a little crunchy. I like to buy those Temptations too. They have like little soft things in the bite.
Oh, the best of both worlds. You
Yeah,
give them. Okay.
they get spoiled.
All right. Did you know, Bonnie, 55% of women have used a curling iron as a fake microphone? Now, sometime in your lifetime, have you ever just busted out a move with a curling iron and started singing a song?
Yeah, for some reason, I think there's some old picture somewhere of mine where I'm standing in front of the coast. I used to work at Coast.
Okay.
For some reason, I had a curling iron out, and I'm
Okay.
standing right in front of the van with using the curling iron as a mic.
I could picture you standing in front of the Coast van or any van for that matter out in the middle of the road with a curling iron breaking out into I came in like a wrecking ball. I could see you doing that. I could
Oh.
see you lip syncing to that.
Who does that song "Wrecking Ball"? Is that Miley
That's
Cyrus?
Miley Cyrus. Yes.
Which reminds me, Dolly Parton has a new Christmas album coming out for the holidays.
Mhm. I've already got it.
Is it good?
It's very good.
All right.
I can't play any of the cuts on it yet because it's not released.
She has Miley Cyrus on it too, because
Yes.
I think that's her, not a granddaughter, but her goddaughter.
Right, right. We have a phone call right now. Good morning. You're on the air with Evan and Bonnie. Who's this?
Hello.
It's Big Kitty.
Oh.
Anytime we happen to talk about cats on the radio, Big Kitty calls in.
I know.
Obviously, Big Kitty has heard the story about the cat standing guard, wouldn't let the dog in.
Wow.
Right?
Wow.
Okay, very good. Have you ever done that before, Big Kitty?
Wow.
You have. Okay. What kind of dog? Was it a big dog
Wow.
or little dog?
Wow.
Both.
Oh.
Okay.
I think Big Kitty has.
Bonnie, I just can't have a conversation with a cat. I'm
Yep.
sorry. That's just not me.
Big Kitty, do you have a crush on my Hansi?
Wow.
No.
Big Kitty's a girl.
I know.
And is Hansi a boy or girl?
Hans is a boy.
Okay.
Do you have a crush?
Maybe Big Kitty might not go on that side of the fence.
Do you have a crush on Big Frosty? Do you have no? Oh yeah.
Yeah. Big Frosty?
Jack Frosty.
I was going to say, did you rename your cat? What is your cat in the witness protection program? You renamed your cat? Okay.
So Big Kitty has a thing for Jack and not my Hans. I wonder why.
Okay.
But
So you like Jack Frosty?
Wow.
Okay. So you want to hook up with Jack Frosty?
Wow.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Big Kitty likes the older men.
Yes.
He likes the older cats and
Okay.
wiser.
Well, they have a new dating site instead of Plenty of Fish. It's called Plenty of Cat,
Wow.
right?
Yeah.
Or they they have Tinder for adults, and now they have Kitty for cats.
Yeah.
So you can either scratch the post left or scratch the post right.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah, there you go.
Whichever you prefer, Big Kitty.
Which
Yeah.
way do you go? Do you go to the left or the right?
Wow.
Was that the right?
Oh,
Yes.
Oh.
Cat goes to the right.
I thought it sounded confused.
No.
Okay.
Are you saying that Big Kitty is confusing?
Yeah.
Okay. Big Kitty is not is okay. All right. Very good.
We
What
need a pet psychologist sometime. 'Cause-
Yeah, we need a pet psychologist to call the show.
Yeah, it's
Oh boy, I bet you 10 to 1 Fredo's going to have another business. It's going to be Fredo's Pet Psychology Service.
Mhm.
That'll be the newest business out there.
Fredo will come pet your kitty and make you feel good. Make the
Oh,
kitty
Fredo
feel
loves to pet Kitty, trust me. He
Wow.
enjoys petting Kitty.
good. He pets Big Kitty all the time.
Pets Big Kitty all
Yeah.
the time, for sure.
I'm glad Big Kitty has a good home with
Yes.
Fredo.
Yes, does Fredo take good care of you, Big Kitty?
Well,
Does. Okay, very good.
well,
Very good. And how does he take good care of you?
well, well,
Oh,
well, well.
oh, okay. We got 4. Wow, we got 4 meows out of that one.
I'm sure he's buying Big Kitty the
Okay.
Temptations
All right.
and all that fancy
Big
stuff.
Kitty, do you
too.
have a song for us this morning you'd like to meow?
Well, 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 well.
Oh, I know what that is. I came in like a big kitty instead of wrecking ball. It's I came in like a big kitty.
Ah,
Yeah.
nice.
Okay. I like that.
Mhm.
Did I get it right?
Well, well.
No. Oh, okay. I got all excited for nothing. Jeez.
Big Kitty, Evan's going to hang up on you.
All right. Give me another song. Let me try again.
Well, 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 well.
Oh, I know what song that is. I know what song that is. That's from 2 Live Crew. It's called Get It Girl. Instead, we'll call it Get It Kitty. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's the song. Is that it?
Well,
No, that's not it. Okay, well, I'm striking out. All right, let's try number 3.
Big breath.
There we go.
Oh,
I've got this one. I've got this one, Bonnie. I know
I thought
exactly
that
what
was
it
the
is.
theme for me Meow Mix going.
No,
Meow,
no,
meow, meow,
I know
meow.
exactly what it is. It's from Salt and Peppa. It's called Purr It Good. Yes. Is that it? Oh,
Oh.
okay. I guess I lost in this round of
Yeah.
instead of carpool karaoke, it's cat litter karaoke.
But Evan, I think you're doing pretty well coming up with the songs.
I'm trying.
You know, and
I'm striking out.
Big
I didn't
Kitty's
do
got
very
some
well.
rhythm today, but
Yeah.
still we're not guessing the songs.
All right, well, Big Kitty, thank you so much for calling in. Have a perfect weekend, as they say. All right, bye-bye now. All right, that's Big Kitty.
Yeah.
All right.
So cute when the Big Kitty calls
Yes.
in.
Bonnie, did you know that 20% of Americans start Christmas shopping in January?
January.
January.
I thought most are just still trying to pay up on their credit card
Yeah.
bills in
No.
January.
Did you also
wow.
know the average male gets bored of a shopping trip after just 26 minutes?
I know. That's why.
26 minutes.
That's-
My wife took me to Bin Deals.
Yes.
I was in there 5 minutes and I was done.
Oh, I believe it.
Yeah.
I love to shop, and like even when we go to Publix, Gary and I,
Mhm.
I want to spend like time in there and find my BOGOs, which I love my Publix BOGOs, and
Okay.
take the time to get everything on my list.
Are you a BOGO queen?
I am,
Okay.
but he
Very
is
good.
like. He'll be in there like 5-6 minutes, and we got to go. I got to get out of here. There's
Okay.
too many people in here.
I only look for BOGOs for one item at Publix. One item and one item only. That's it. And it's my tea.
Your tea.
My tea, because it
Oh.
costs $6.79 for a 6-pack
Yeah.
of Snapple Diet iced tea. So I always look for when it's like buy one, get one, or buy 2, get one.
Yeah.
So when that happens, I stock up. So this past weekend, they were BOGO'd. So I stocked up.
That's perfect. See,
Yes.
that's when you got to do it. I do it on the salad kits too. I love
Mm-hmm.
the pre-made salad kits with the just the Asian salad.
Oh,
and-
Rachel likes those. Get them at the deli, right across from where they cut the meat up. They're right there in that case.
Yeah, and it's usually they will have a buy one get one. Sometimes I like to get the meatballs that are BOGOs too. Whenever
Okay.
there's spaghetti sauces or the spaghettis, those are good.
Okay. Bonnie, did you know, according to AAA, this is a very interesting stat that just came out. Men are 4 times more likely to run somebody over when behind the wheel than a woman.
4 times.
4
more
times
likely.
more. So men are 4 times more likely to hit a pedestrian than a woman.
Hmm.
It's a very interesting stat. I wonder where they get that from.
Yeah, that is interesting, and I was wondering the same, Evan. Like, where in the world do these come from, and how do they really know?
And lastly, did you know that 20% of men admit that they have lied to their significant other about how they spent the tax refund. How they spent
Yeah.
the tax refund. So that's an interesting story and an interesting stat, because I knew a guy that is a friend of mine that lives down in Fort Lauderdale, that he got his tax refund and he went to the adult club and he blew all the money at the adult club.
Wow.
Never told his wife.
Wow.
And his wife found out years later that they got all this money back, and the wife asked the guy what happened to it. And all the guy did was he said he made it rain. That was it. He simply made it rain.
If, I'm telling you, if he took all my money, all my tax refund to the adult club, I would not be overjoyed about it.
No?
There wouldn't be good cooking in the home that night.
Tax write-off. You spent it wisely.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, I would just be like beside myself.
Okay. God forbid, wouldn't want you to be beside yourself. Excuse you, what I do with the tax return money, Rachel? Well, I decided to go to Blind Creek Beach and give it all away.
Would Rachel be beside herself too?
You know, she doesn't get upset about things like that.
Yeah.
Because she knows that I spend the money wisely, and she spends the money wisely, so we never get upset about it.
You both seem like seem pretty trusting with it.
You know, I'm not going to go into our finances. That's
Do you have the
nobody's
same
business.
cookie jar?
We do. Yeah, except her cookie jar is sweeter than mine. 6:47, here's news with Bonnie.
Thanks, Evan. As the Trump and Biden campaigns ramp up their efforts in Florida, jobs are an important topic. WPTV's Matt Cessny has details.
On the campaign trail across Florida,
Mike Pence.
it's about getting workers back to work.
And across Florida, the folks are worried about being able to pay their rent for their next mortgage payment. We're the ones standing up for the American worker, the American family, and for the American dream.
Valerie White hears the speeches.
I like to hear their policies on both sides.
An out-of-work musician in Palm Beach County since March, Valerie is among the thousands looking to the presidential race for some solutions.
I'd like to hear that they care about the gig workers.
Before the coronavirus pandemic hit in the early months of 2020, unemployment numbers in Florida, and in particular Palm Beach and the Treasure Coast counties, hovered at around 3%. By midsummer, the job loss was drastic, with many counties in double digits with unemployment. And then by the start of fall, signs of some recovery. But it's been slow, and there is worry that some of the jobs lost may not come back.
I think this is the most compelling case the president has to make to the American people, is both his economic record of what he has done in the past, as well as what is happening right now.
Steve Cortez is a senior advisor to the president and says the recovery from the pandemic shutdown is already underway.
We've added over 11 million jobs back to the economy over the last 5 months. And once again, these are good jobs. 4.7% wage growth on an annualized basis right now. States like Florida, like your state, are leading the way.
8% unemployment rate.
State Senator Bobby Powell is with the Biden campaign.
Well, you look at the Biden plan, he's got a plan that will put several million people back to work.
The former vice president is looking at ending corporate tax cuts to help fund a reinvestment plan for the nation.
With Joe Biden in office, the Build Back Better plan, it gives us an opportunity to reinvest in Palm Beach County, in the local community, because we send a lot of money away, and it's time that we invest in people who will change the environment, change the state, change the economy.
For both candidates, the final push is on, and jobs and the economy are a key message to voters. Matt Cessny, WPTV News Channel 5.
As we head into the final days of political campaigning and packed rallies, infectious disease specialist Dr. Vincent Herrera at Advent Health says such events are the perfect environment to spread the coronavirus.
So if you combine a large gathering and you just happen to have a few of these individuals that actually can effectively transmit the virus, you can end up with a situation of a spreader event.
Florida is reporting more than 3,300 new infections today and 141 recent fatalities. For the second straight week, first-time unemployment claims in Florida increased last week. Almost 44,000 claims were filed, nearly 2,500 more than the week before. It's forward, one step back for Florida's economy as the pandemic continues. The annual Biketoberfest celebration is underway in Volusia County. Daytona Beach Police Chief Craig Capri is urging everyone to protect themselves from the virus. His cops aren't in the business of social distancing, but they do the best they can to keep themselves safe.
As law enforcement officers, we're used to dealing with some nasty things sometimes, especially germs and touching people that somewhat are inebriated and vomited all over themselves and whatnot. So we almost have muscle memory to have hand sanitizer before hand sanitizer was popular, to wear gloves before wearing gloves was popular, and to wear masks.
Lastly, one of Florida's tastiest times of the year kicked off Thursday. Florida's stone crab season is underway. The crustaceans can be trapped and caught now until May 1st. However, there are regulations when it comes to quantity and size limits. Florida law states the minimum size limit is 2 7/8 inches, and only the claws may be harvested. The daily bag limit is 1 gallon of claws per person or 2 gallons per vessel, whichever is less. Harvest from egg-bearing crabs is prohibited. Well, the Kansas City Chiefs added as veteran back Le'Veon Bell has signed a deal to join the defending Super Bowl champions. Bell, who was released by the New York Jets earlier this week, agreed to a one-year deal, yes, the Kansas City Chiefs. Our news time is 6:51. Weather and traffic together will be next.
.653 on the Freestyle Friday show on the Get Go Show here with Evan and Bonnie. It's time for Weather Together, all brought to you by Code Red Roofers. Bonnie?
Well, we're not finding any accidents, so it's really looking like a quiet Friday morning as you head out the door. It's a nice ride, no rain, and we're not seeing any tie-ups, no kind of slowdown this morning. And there's your latest look at traffic. And we do have a cloudy sky in Stuart. It's 75, and in Kennebunk, Maine this morning, it's 59 and partly cloudy. Here's our forecast at WPTV.
Happy Friday, my sunshines. Temperatures this morning starting off in the low to mid 70s with a couple of isolated downpours for that morning drive. This afternoon, highs in the mid 80s with feels like temperatures in the low to mid 90s. A 60% chance for showers and storms, most of the rain clearing by sunset. Our biggest impacts will be heavy rainfall, frequent lightning, and gusty winds. For the weekend, temperatures starting off in the mid 70s, highs in the mid 80s with a 40% chance for showers and storms. Winds will be breezy out of the east-southeast at 10 to 20 miles per hour. I'm WPTV First Alert Meteorologist Katya Hall on WSTU AM 1450, Martin County's Heritage Station.
The Get Up and Go Show would love to hear from you live on the air. Give us a call at any time. Now let's get back to the program. Here's Evan and Bonnie.
It's the opposite of funny, this feeling inside. I say something to tick my wife off. She's mad and can't hide. But instead of being patient, been trying to feel her pain. Yeah, I get super condescending and I start to mansplain. What do I say? Yeah. And I tell her, just relax, honey. You need to calm down. But you know, when I say relax, in the history of the world, no person has ever calmed down. Is that right? I hope you don't fight. I hope you don't fight. But we fight constantly. How terrible life is when you're in quarantine.
I would never, ever think to say to my wife, calm down. That's the worst thing you could say.
Really?
Yeah. Do you know what song that was? The original song? That's an Elton John song. By the way.
That was your song,
Your
Evan.
song. Yes, definitely so.
I think out of hearing these parodies, to be honest, that was probably my least favorite
Okay.
one.
That's all right. That's all right. I would never say to Rachel, calm down. That's like adding gasoline to the fuel. Hey, we have to step back for a moment. We're WSTU Stewart, Martin County's Heritage Station. The news is coming up next, and then hour number 2 of the Get Up and Go show is going to be coming right at you. Don't go anywhere.
to you live from Stewart, Florida, the greatest little town in the world. It's the Get Up and Go Show on AM 1450 WSTU. You're invited to call the show anytime at 772-220-9788. And now, broadcasting live from their palatial studios, here are your hosts, Evan and Bonnie.
That's right. It's the fun Freestyle Friday edition of the Get Up and Go Show.
Good morning, sunshine.
That's right. It's a good morning.
Go ahead. Make my day.
I always make everybody's day.
Good morning, world.
Yes, good morning, world, and good morning to you, Miss Bonnie.
Good morning, Evan, and good morning, everybody listening near and far to the Get Up and Go Show.
That's right. We get you up and get you going. That's why it's called the Get Up and Go Show.
Oh, my noggin.
Well, don't hit your noggin on the counter anytime soon. Okay?
And no caffeine required. You don't
No
even
caffeine.
need caffeine for this one.
Nope, not at all. Not exactly, not at all. No coffee needed.
Why exactly are you here?
Because I choose to be here. That's why, Bonnie.
They're very good.
That's right.
But we choose to be here not tomorrow because of Saturday, and we're looking forward to the weekend. And oh my, 2 weeks until Halloween, and
Yeah.
I'm so excited for it.
What are you going to be for Halloween?
I was contemplating being Big Kitty
Oh, okay.
because I saw like a huge Big Kitty mask when I went into Family Dollar the other day.
Oh,
So maybe that's exciting. Maybe I'll go in there and sport that one and wear it in here the Friday before Halloween.
okay.
Maybe.
Well, if my grandson sees you in the Halloween costume, he's going to say,
Oh, yeah, baby.
That's right. Let's go to the phones. Hi, you're on the air with Evan and Bonnie. Who's this?
Good morning.
Hey, what's happening there, hot cheeks?
Hot cheeks. Do you like to be called that, Rachel?
I don't know. It's just something I thought of. Hot
Yeah,
cheeks.
hot
Because she
cheeks.
has the cutest cheeks around.
Aw.
The cheeks on her face.
Yeah. Do you slap them?
No,
Oh.
no, we don't do that.
No.
No, we don't
I
do
mean,
that.
slap them in
Not
a
if he wants to live.
No, we don't do that.
that
no.
friendly kind of slapping kind of way that you
No.
do.
TGIF, it's Friday. How are you today?
I'm good.
What's on the slate for today at in Miss Rachel's class? What are we going to be teaching the prison mates? I mean the students.
Well, they have a quiz today on the first couple pages of a book we've read.
Okay.
We're working on order of operations. We are working on the perfect past, perfect present, and perfect future tense in verbs.
I am completely lost.
Future tense in verbs.
I-
Give us an example of maybe a verb
Oh,
in,
you're asking her to think this early in the morning.
future tense.
She's not in teacher mode yet.
I will be going shopping tomorrow.
Oh no.
Okay, and then the past tense where I went shopping tomorrow.
Is that a true statement? You're really going shopping tomorrow?
No.
Oh, thank God.
I
Okay, she did that yesterday.
did that last Saturday.
Yeah, it's National Bosses Day today,
At
by the way.
Burlington's.
You
It
know
is
that?
National Bosses Day.
Yeah.
Well,
It is National Bosses Day.
Okay.
Yes.
So everybody, call up the boss. Maybe bring your boss an apple. I don't know if they still bring.
Hey, is your boss at the school right now as we're speaking?
No.
Darn, I was going to call them live on the radio and wish them happy Bosses Day.
Now, is the boss at your school? Is that like the superintendent of
Director.
A director.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's my they're administrators.
They're administrators.
Administration.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
And did you have anything for them today?
We
Yes.
do.
You do. That's cool.
Yes.
But you can't reveal it on air, of course, what
No.
you're going to bring.
No.
Yeah. It's just like I have a baby shower tomorrow that I'm going to.
Mhm.
And oh man, they make it so easy. When you go into Target and you get on that registry and print out the papers, they even show you which aisle to get the goodies on. So
Oh, yeah.
you can get in there and out of there real fast.
Tell
and,
Rachel what you got.
can't morning. And
Okay.
so I kind of want to keep
All
it
right.
a
We won't say
surprise.
it's a pack of beer. Okay.
They might think it's a case of beer
Yeah,
of
exactly.
what I'm bringing, but
Exactly.
it's a case of something else.
Okay.
So not a case of beer.
What's on the plan for the weekend? Anything besides me pressure cleaning the patio?
Catching up on my schoolwork.
Okay.
I have a midterm that's going to be taken in 2 parts tomorrow.
Okay.
Well, by Monday, so I have to do it Saturday or Sunday.
Okay.
I have an essay that needs to be written this by Tuesday. I haven't touched it along with all the work for her class.
Okay.
What's the topic? Did you decide on a topic of your essay, or do they give you a
No,
topic?
She gives it one, and
How to teach fifth graders the difference between a noun and a verb.
If it were only that easy. I'm writing about the different sociologist theorists and their take on consumption.
My glasses just fogged up.
Like consuming what? Consumption of
just consumption, shopping,
liquor.
Yeah.
We haven't covered food and alcohol yet. But
Okay.
Right now, it's the shopping consumption.
Shopping consumption. You know, you ever go in? It's just like you go into a Walmart nowadays or any store, and sometimes don't you get? We have so much product on the
We're in
shelves.
Walmart so much we could tell you where everything is in that damn store.
I know, but
I'm telling you.
it's not like I'm complaining about product, but there's so many choices.
Need
that
cereal?
you
16.
Get overwhelmed.
Need milk? I'll 2.
Oh, you just
And it
know
is, but
exactly.
But the issue at hand is shopping releases dopamine.
Yeah,
What?
Dopamine is the
Dopamine?
Dopamine is your body is the natural
dopamine.
your natural high.
It makes you feel good when you shop. I've come home.
Oh, ask Rachel that. She'll
so
tell
many
you.
times on that shopping high.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When Rachel gets upset, she goes shopping.
And some places
and then
you get
it makes
higher.
her- it makes her happy.
You get higher than others at some places,
Why do you
right?
think she went to bin deals for so much?
You know what? I'm not going to mention bin deals.
Go ahead. Why not?
I mean, the first time I went there, I got high, but the second time I didn't get so high. It's because I walked out of there with nothing on my second shop. But it doesn't mean that I'm never going to go again.
Oh,
and I'm-
speaking of which,
you know.
I have to take all that crap to donate today, don't I?
At some point in time, just make sure you take the right stuff.
Yeah, it's on the one side of the futon, right?
Correct.
Okay, I'll grab all that crap and donate it.
And that's where you get another high, the act of giving.
Yeah.
You know, when you give, don't you feel good about it?
Well, that's
When-
what the church, it's called tithing when you give.
Yeah.
Right? Am I right, Rachel? You tithe. That means giving, right?
Well, yeah.
Okay.
Is that why they call it good tidings
No,
around
good
Christmas
tithing.
time?
Tithing.
Good tidings for joy.
it's
Good
tithe.
tidings right here.
Are you singing? You're giving people a sneak peek at your concert. You can't be doing that.
Oh, that's my Christmas concert. That's not till later.
No, I bought Rachel a ticket, by the way.
Oh.
She's got a front row seat. She has a VIP seat.
Wow, what a nice gift.
Yes, she's excited. She can't wait to see you sing.
I'm excited for Rachel.
Maybe you and Rachel should do a duet.
I know.
Like Kenny and Dolly do.
That would be
right?
fun.
Right?
Yeah.
Right?
Rachel.
Yeah, there's that devious laugh Rachel
know.
has.
Rachel, do you like Dolly?
I do like
Yeah. I want to listen to that. Evan said you enjoy the Christmas album of Dolly already.
No, I didn't say that. I said I had the Christmas album. I didn't say, don't put words in my mouth. Okay. I didn't say she enjoys it. I said that I just had the Christmas album.
I don't think I have a favorite Christmas CD in general, but I know I have 2 CDs we found when we were when my daughter-in-law was helping me clean out and organize my office.
Oh, you did?
Well, I found 2. Yeah, I found quite a few CDs. But
Oh.
I've got 2 Christmas CDs
Okay.
that I like that I wouldn't get rid of, but I have a CD player in my car.
I have one in mine, and I'm
well, you know
gonna
what we'll
get
do
one.
is give me those CDs and I'll rip the audio off of them for you, and then you can put them in your iPod. How's that?
Okay.
Just put them on my desk and I'll do that for you.
You can have Christmas all year
We
long.
don't even have a flippin' CD player in the house anymore.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Who the heck has a CD
Neither
player?
do we, or a DVD player anymore. Yeah.
But the 2 CDs is they're both kind of sentimental because one of them is Elmo and Patsy's Christmas, but it's got one of my favorite Christmas songs on it.
Yeah, Grandma
So
got
I
run
used
over
to
by a reindeer.
Yep, I used to call my grandma at Christmas time and sing it to her.
Are you serious?
Laugh. Oh yeah, I used to call my grandma.
Oh, were you just like a little girl when you did that?
Oh no, I even did it as an adult.
Oh my
It
God.
wasn't Christmas if I didn't call my grandma and sing "Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer."
Oh, that's awesome. Your grandma must have looked forward to that every year.
Do you know the
And
guy
then-
that does that song, Elmo? I've interviewed him year after year after year after year on the radio show that I used to do that was syndicated. I got to play this for you though.
Grandma got run over by a reindeer.
There she's singing.
Walking home from our house Christmas Eve.
You can say there's no such thing as Santa. And Grandpa we believe.
There you go. That's all you get. Okay.
That's pretty good.
I got her to sing on the radio. Yes.
Rachel fit right in there with them.
And then the other CD is it's Conway Twitty and the Twitty Bird.
What? What song was on there?
Oh, it's a whole CD. It's hilarious.
Did anybody hear of Terry Bradshaw's Christmas yet? Because Terry Bradshaw, too, came out with a Christmas album or two.
Really?
Yeah, hard to believe, ex-football star, but yeah, I guess apparently he can sing.
Well,
okay.
I gotta go.
There's Conway Twitty singing. All right, honey, have a great day. Love you. Bye.
Yeah. Love you.
All right, she's gone.
Yeah, Conway.
Wow, I actually got her to sing on the radio.
I know,
That's a first.
Conway Twitty is good, too.
Oh,
she
my
didn't do a
gosh.
bad job singing there.
No, not at all.
Not at all.
Where are we at? Oh, we got to do birthdays and anniversaries.
On the radio, happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday.
I almost forgot about that. People get upset when you don't do things that they're so used to hearing every morning.
People
Like
get
I
just-
start getting text messages and emails like, "Where's the birthdays and anniversaries? Quit airing your dirty laundry on the radio."
They're like, what the heck is going
Yeah,
on, man?
okay.
But we're talking about Christmas music,
There's
so
no
that's a good thing.
filter here, without a doubt. Let me see here. Katerina Scorsone is 39. That's Dr. Amelia Shepard on Grey's Anatomy. Jeremy Jackson, 40 years old. That's Hobby Buchanan on Baywatch. John Mayer, 43.
Yeah,
He's a great musical artist.
I saw him some years ago down south when he was kind of younger and just beginning. And
Why is somebody at
he
my
had only
front
been-
door this early in the
he
morning?
had only been but maybe almost 30 when I saw him. But John Mayer being
Oh.
43 now, wow.
Okay. I have to turn my alarms off because they're mowing the lawn at the house.
Happy birthday, I want to say to Robert Bates, by the way. He is
Okay.
a boy of one of my best friend, Jody. Robert Bates celebrating today.
Okay. Wendy Wilson from Wilson Phillips, 51 years old today.
They had the biggest hit from 1990. Do you know what Wilson Phillips had with that song,
Or
Evan?
Hold On and Release Me.
Yeah.
Those are biggest
Like
hits.
the biggest hit of that year it was. It spent weeks on the Hot 100 charts.
Flea is 58. You know who Flea is?
From one of my favorite bands, the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
That's right.
I
Red Hot Chili Peppers.
just love them.
Do you really?
I do. I can hear Californication probably 20 times a day and I won't get sick of it.
Californication?
Californication, yeah.
The heck? That's
One
a
of-
name of a song.
One of their popular songs.
All right. So, you know who Chrissy Snow is?
Yeah, that would be from Three's Company.
Yeah, Suzanne Summers.
How old? today?
74 years old today.
Woo.
How about Fred Turner? You know who that is?
Fred Turner.
Yes. Come on, you're on a roll. You got 2 for 2
yeah.
here. You're on a roll.
Some kind of actor in a sitcom, maybe?
No, he is the Turner of Bachman Turner Overdrive.
Oh, he is.
Yeah, Fred Turner, 77 years old today. Some of their hits, You Ain't Seen Nothing Yet, and Taking Care of Business and Let It Ride.
Yeah.
And Angela Lansbury, 95 years old today. That's Mrs.
95.
Potts in Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah. And from Murder, She Wrote,
Yep.
I think. 95
Yep.
today. Wow.
Today is National Bosses Day. And I say this seriously, I'm not going to joke about this. It's National Mammography Day. So, ladies, if you haven't gotten your mammography yet, as of yet, that's like a yearly thing you should get. Go make an appointment and go get the girls checked out.
Yeah, as October is...
National Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
Yes, it is.
Mhm.
So get that mammogram.
I'm not wearing pink. I'm going to wear pink next week.
There you
I'm going
go.
to wear pink all week.
All right.
I'll
wear
wear pink underwear, maybe.
I'll wear some pink too, just not all week. I'll wear it maybe on a certain day with you next week.
I'll get a pair of Rachel's underwear and put on. All right.
Does she have
Yeah.
some pink ones
She
going?
sure does. Yes, I'll wear pink. I'll wear pink and then I'll think. So it's on a serious note though. It is National Mammography Day. So go get the girls checked out. Go get a mammogram and make sure that they are healthy, wealthy, and wise because we want the girls to be around for a long time. I refer to them as the girls.
The girls.
The girls.
Yep.
I call them the girls.
That's all right.
And my area, I call them the boys.
The boys.
The
too.
boys. So the boys are healthy and the
Yep.
girls are healthy. So that means they're all healthy, wealthy, and wise. That's the way we like to look at things. Time for a healthy newscast, 722. Let's go to the news desk.
Thank you, Evan. And on probably an unhealthier note, overdoses and deaths are on the rise during the COVID-19 pandemic. And WPTV's Treasure Coast reporter Megan McRoberts has the story.
Well, just this year already, detectives say they've responded to 190 overdose calls, 34 of which were deadly. But now they are trying to make it harder for people to get access to drugs as they fear COVID-19 hardships are making more people turn to drug use.
She made me a better person.
John Nelson feared it was a matter of time.
We take our boat out and she could look at fish and turtles. It just amazed her.
That a drug addiction would be what would finally take Jenny from him.
We were married for 5, together 7.
2.5 years ago, she died as a result of drug abuse, fueling his passion to help more people get sober.
I didn't think that COVID would last this long.
But now COVID-19 is putting even more people in his shoes.
They're in my shoes or Jenny's mom's shoes. You're waiting for the door bell.
We're on track to be double where we were last year and double the amount of deaths we were last year,
prompting the arrest of 30 suspected drug dealers and traffickers through Operation Relentless Pursuit Reloaded. 11 of the suspects were arrested from the Twin River RV Park in Hobe Sound alone.
100 caps of heroin.
Detectives seized nearly $90,000 and got drugs like heroin, fentanyl, cocaine, and meth off the street.
It's very safe to say thousands, if not more, doses that we took off the street.
And a rare and deadly mixture called Gray Death.
Gray Death we've only seen 2 times in Martin County.
They also seized a rarely found pill machine that could crank out 5,000 Xanax pills in an hour.
Somebody thinks they're taking just Xanax. They could be taking fentanyl and dying from it.
It's exciting. I love it.
Nelson hopes the arrests mean more lives are spared, even their lives.
We're hoping that they'll turn around. We're hoping to save a lot of these people from themselves.
Beware of a scam alert. On Thursday, Stewart police have received several complaints regarding an individual identifying themselves as Sergeant Steve Walter or Sergeant Robert Bosco of the Stewart Police Department over the phone. The caller reports that the recipient has an outstanding federal warrant or an arrest warrant since they failed to appear in court years ago. The scammer gives victims the opportunity to clear the warrant by making a payment. Well, one victim reported that she was told $3,000 would take care of the problem. The incoming number from these calls comes up as 772-287-1122, which is the non-emergency line. Spoofing using software or a phone app that allows customization of the outgoing number to enhance the authenticity of the call is a common tactic used by scam artists. So if you receive a call from law enforcement agencies or any government entity that demand immediate payment for anything, it's simple. Just hang up. Students and staff members in Indian River County will have to continue wearing face masks on school campuses, at least for now. WPTV's news anchor Kelly Dunn and Kashmir Hasvi has the details.
After 2 days of lengthy, heated discussions and nearly 300 public comments, the Indian River County School Board never ended up voting directly on whether or not to change mask requirements on school campuses.
Mask requirements on campus won't change for now. Instead, board members voted 3-2 to make a detailed chart that makes it more clear to students and parents when they do and don't have to wear masks. Some parents said students couldn't drink water or take mask breaks, not clearly knowing the requirements. The topic overall proved to be divisive and even emotional for board members.
The stories that parents have come and shared regarding the many physical or mental hardships that masks and our policies are currently creating in their homes has been heartbreaking.
The board is now discussing whether to stop the health department from being able to mass quarantine students in schools. Board member Tiffany Justice also wants to keep students in school if they wear a mask in class and get a negative COVID-19 test. And just to be clear, here is a quick look at all mandates in our viewing area. In unincorporated Indian River County, face masks are required for employees serving the public inside county facilities and county transportation. In Palm Beach County and St. Lucie County, face masks are still required in all public places where social distancing is not possible, also when using county transportation. In Martin County, masks are strongly recommended, but there's no longer a mandate. Face masks must be worn in all county buildings in Okeechobee County.
Lastly, CareerSource is holding a virtual career fair to job seekers looking for a position in healthcare and life sciences. The online event will be held Wednesday, October 21st, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. All Broward, Palm Beach, Martin, St. Lucie, and Indian River County businesses serving this industry sector are welcome to participate in this free event for hiring. And to find out more, go to careersource.com. Tyronn Lue has agreed to a 5-year deal to become the next head coach for the LA Clippers. The Clippers search landed on Lue based upon confidence that his championship pedigree and playoff successes as a head coach in Cleveland, as well as his strong ability to communicate with players, will resonate within a franchise that underachieved in the 2019-2020 season. News time is 7:27. We'll have weather and traffic together next.
$7:28 on the Get Up and Go show. It's Freestyle Friday. It's time for traffic and weather together, all brought to you by Code Red Roofers. Bonnie?
Yeah, it's nice on the roadways right now, too, and everything throughout Stewart to Palm City that we're looking at. We see things in Port St. Lucie looking good. It's a good venture if you're heading out. No tie-ups, no slowdowns. There's your latest look at traffic. It's 74 in Port St. Lucie and Boise, Idaho this morning, 43. Here's our weekend update at WPTV.
Happy Friday, my sunshines. Temperatures this morning starting off in the low to mid 70s. A couple of isolated downpours for that morning drive. This afternoon, highs in the mid 80s with feels like temperatures in the low to mid 90s. A 60% chance for showers and storms, most of the rain clearing by sunset. Our biggest impacts will be heavy rainfall, frequent lightning, and gusty winds. For the weekend, temperatures starting off in the mid 70s, highs in the mid 80s with a 40% chance for showers and storms. Winds will be breezy out of the east-southeast at 10 to 20 miles per hour. I'm WPTV First Alert Meteorologist Katya Hall on WSTU AM 1450, Martin County's Heritage Station.
Mornings are better with the Get Up and Go Show with Evan and Bonnie on WSTU.
Do you ever know what it's like when every post that you ever write, it turns into a gigantic fight about who they're gonna vote for when we're on election night? Yeah. You could post a pic with your kid, then someone says the president botched COVID, and someone calls Biden an invalid, and now everybody's super angry. They are all living. Oh! And yeah, they're still ranting over every post I did, making a bunch of accusations, acting like a little kid. And they're still ranting after all this time. And you know it's gonna get much worse until election night. They're still ranting. Yeah, 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 yeah. They're still ranting. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know, I wonder what's going to happen after the election is all said and done, if they're still going to be ranting like they do, Bonnie, or, you know, it's... don't get me started. I swore from day one I would never talk politics on this show, so I'm not going to talk politics.
It's
but
okay,
I
Evan.
hope it doesn't happen.
I just want to that I think it's to answer your question. My prediction is the ranting's not going to stop on either side.
It'll never stop.
Yeah, no matter who wins. I'm looking forward to the 19th, though. I got to go out and do my early voting on October 19th.
Yeah.
So you can, for those that haven't gotten out to the polls, so you can get out and vote early.
You know, I have to play something. Okay, I have to. This is the opportune time to play this. Yesterday, I was watching President Trump on TV. Okay, this is the only time I'm going to talk about this. And the only reason I'm going to play this smidge of a cut is because of the reference that President Trump made on TV. Okay, and it has to do with, I take it personally because I go to church and we're a church family. And he made reference to something yesterday. Let me just, I'm just going to play the audio clip. Listen.
Somebody said to me the other day, "You're the most famous person in the world by far." I said, "No, I'm not. No, I'm not." They said, "Yes, you are." I said, "No." They said, "Who's more famous?" I said, "Jesus Christ." I'm not taking any chances. I'm not going to have an argument. Hey, I'm not having any arguments. Jesus Christ. I'm not going to take any chances, huh? And let me look up and I'll say, and it's not even close.
And that's that. I'm sorry, but I have to pat him on the back for saying that. I really do. I you know, hate him as much as you hate him, you know, for all the crap that's going on for those that don't like him. But I'm sorry. This is just my opinion. Okay. Small little rant here. Like he said, somebody said to him that he's the most famous person in the world. And he came out on stage yesterday and he says, "No, I'm not. No, I'm not. It's Jesus Christ." And
you know what? I kind of agree with you. I pat him on the back for that too.
I pat him on the back for that.
Yeah, because
I really do.
He wasn't like John Lennon from back in the day who said,
"No, I
we
want
are
to play it
bigger
again.
than."
I want to play it again.
Somebody said to me the other day, "You're the most famous person in the world by far." I said, "No, I'm not. No, I'm not." They said, "Yes, you are." I said, "No." They said, "Who's more famous?" I said, "Jesus Christ."
There you go.
There you go.
Okay,
There
it's
you have it.
just like that. Our Lord and Savior. And I sent that to my pastor.
Yes.
I sent it to my daughter. I sent the actual video to quite a few people. I even posted it online, and people were actually shocked that I posted that because, you know, people know me. I'm not a very political person.
Right.
But I had to post that.
It probably made you overjoyed because
it did. Yeah.
And for him to say that was that was big.
Yeah, I mean, that was pretty impressive, I must say. So I'm done talking about politics.
It's okay.
That's
Evan.
it. It's done. It's over with. Let's do some
You
stupid
know what?
news.
That was religion and politics.
Yes,
so.
let's do some stupid news.
Now it's time for Stupid News,
It's so stupid and awesome.
where we ask the important questions.
Are some people too stupid to live?
Why are people so stupid?
Are you effing stupid?
Let's go to Washington State. Where's Phil when you need Phil? This is where he goes.
That was so cute with his head drop, like his face the other day, and this little head bopping to it. The music.
Let's go to Washington State, where Robert Boulay Robert Boulet.
Boulet.
Is accused of helping 7 illegal immigrants cross the border from the United States into Canada. He owns a bed and breakfast called the Smuggler's Inn. Kind of appropriate. Which is literally steps away from the Canadian border.
Oh, wow.
Authorities say the immigrants pay up to $700 each to stay the night and then walk into Canada illegally.
Man.
Right?
Oh, my gosh.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You can't make this crap up.
How much is it? Just
$700 a night.
Oh, I thought it was $7.
No, $700 a night.
Okay.
You stay at the Smuggler's Inn, and then you walk across the border into Canada.
First, you have to come up with that mighty fine price of $700.
Yeah, well, if you're an immigrant, I'm sure you'll figure out a way to do it.
Wow.
Yeah. Let's go to your home state, Wisconsin, where the Wisconsin Rapids Police Department is asking for the public's help identifying that climbed over a fence at the Water Works and Lighting Commission located on 19th Avenue North. Do you know where that is by any chance?
I'm not really familiar with the whole streeting of Wisconsin
Okay.
Rapids. However, I have been there.
Okay. Well, as he was climbing the fence, he got caught on the barbed wire at the top and injured his junk
Oh, gee.
and wound up going to the hospital, got 27 stitches to close up what
Wow.
opened up.
Wow.
Yeah.
You would consider he would get a tetanus shot from all that
Oh,
too, wouldn't he?
probably.
Because, oh, wow.
Probably so.
That's just wrong.
Yeah. Ouch. Right. Could you imagine?
I really
Ooh,
can't.
I cringe on that one.
I can't even imagine barbed wire cutting me anywhere, yet
Yeah.
been there.
Let's go to Gainesville, where a college student needed to be rescued by her local fire brigade after getting her leg stuck inside the clothes dryer.
Oh.
She shares this with her roommates. Rosie Cole, 21 years old, says she and her friends were drinking wine and tequila this past Tuesday evening when she was challenged to fit into the shared appliance. She proceeded to go in legs first, but when she forced her buttocks in, she realized she couldn't get her buttocks back out.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. So she got stuck.
wow.
They had to call the fire department, had to take the damn dryer apart to get her out.
I wonder if they thought of just grabbing vegetable oil, that you usually have in the cupboard, and
I don't know.
rinsing trying to throw some of that in there.
I don't know, but I guess her act is now washed up.
Yeah.
Let's go to Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada, where a few months ago the cops raised a major drug trafficking ring that was operating at 2 homes. They found fentanyl, guns, cash, and jewelry, but they just revealed they also found something else. The people behind the drug ring had written a 21-page how-to instruction manual. It had info on how to get the drugs, how to sell and distribute them, and how to collect the money. Oh, and it also included a section on how to avoid getting caught by the cops.
Wow.
They'll probably need to revise the section about getting caught by the cops. A 20-year-old man, 27-year-old man, and 29-year-old man are all facing.
Quite well. Yeah. It just didn't.
52-year-old woman named Beth Ann Franchik in St. Petersburg. And on Thursday, she called the police and had them come to her house because she had a problem. She bought a bag of meth for $20 and she wanted to turn it over to the cops because it was, quote, it was junk. So
Wasn't any good?
Police came, tested the crystals inside the bag,
Boy.
and came back positive for meth. So, junk or not, the lady was arrested for felony possession of a controlled substance.
How dare they sell me that bad meth?
Right?
You better bring this into the police.
Interesting. Here's a very interesting story. Okay, very interesting. I wish I had the music to cue up for this one. Corrections officers subjected inmates to inhuman discipline by blasting the children's song Baby Shark on a continuous loop at an Oklahoma jail.
Oh, yeah. Oh, boy.
In a misdemeanor motion filed yesterday, 2 former Oklahoma County detention officers and their supervisor were charged with conspiracy and multiple counts of cruelty to an inmate. As alleged in court records, former officers abused 4 male inmates by handcuffing them to a wall in a standing position for extended periods of time, while at the same time playing music loudly, which was Baby Shark. Investigators charged that the defendants will place an inmate in an attorney visitation room from which the furniture had been completely removed. Then the inmate would be handcuffed behind his back and secured to the wall, where he was forced to stand for about 2 hours. And finally, Baby Shark would be played in a continuous loop from a computer adjacent to the visitation room. Wow.
That's brutal.
That's more than brutal.
I mean, you can only really listening to Baby Shark once and, sing it along with the family once.
That's very brutal.
That is.
Could you imagine listening to that song?
Yeah. They must
2 hours?
They must have a really creative promotional person of just beating up on the inmates.
I mean,
that's creative.
Could you imagine
But it's
2
brutal.
hours nonstop, 2 hours listening to this?
Daddy Shark. Grandma Shark.
2 hours of this.
Grandma Shark. Grandma Shark.
2 hours, Bonnie.
Well, sometimes you want to look at things in a positive light.
How do you look at listening to Baby Shark for 2 straight hours positively?
There could be maybe worse things they could play over and over again. Like, for instance,
Once I was a little bitty boy. Remember that song?
I do.
Right, by Chuck Berry, was it?
Yeah, that was the Ding-a-Ling
Yeah,
song.
the Oh my gosh.
Thanks for bringing up that memory. Yeah, we all used to sing along to it when we were kids.
Oh my gosh.
And then we would chuckle.
Wow. Let's see.
Sing this one with me.
I got to play a little bit of it.
Everybody.
I got to play a little bit of this. This is classic stuff. Everybody to sing it. All right, here we go.
When I was a little bitty boy,
This is great.
grandmother bought me a cute little toy.
You remember this song, Bonnie?
Silver bells hanging
On a string, it must have been my ding-a-ling-a-ling. Oh my God, I can't play any more of that. Oh, never. I'm going off the deep end.
That song is so cute, though.
In my ding-a-ling by Chuck Berry, something is not right with me today.
And I love when all the kids get in the chorus of it, and they all sing, "My ding-a-ling."
Oh, geez. Wait a minute, hold on.
Everybody singing, I wanna play with my ding-a-ling-a-ling.
Let's see if I can find the chorus. Let me go a little faster. Go past it a little bit.
You must be my ding.
Oh, I couldn't find it, but
yeah,
anyway.
but all the children join in.
Yeah, with all the kids. Why would kids be singing my ding-a-ling?
I don't know.
Jeez.
Because
something's not right there.
Yeah, it's just a little toy that Grandma brought you on a string. And,
Okay. Calling it my
they're
ding-a-ling.
playing with their ding-a-ling.
All
and
right.
what they call it.
All right. Good
My, oh
God.
my. But yeah, there are worse things that police station could have
Well, you
played.
do know
like,
that the story behind that he was actually singing about a toy that his grandmother gave him. He
Yeah.
wasn't singing about his junk.
yeah.
You know that, right?
That's why it's such a sweet boy
Yeah.
and such a sweet
Yeah.
toy that Grandma gave.
Lastly, a 47-year-old Lake Wales woman is facing felony charges of grand theft and dealing in stolen property after she tried to sell a stolen ring back to the jewelry store from which it was taken last week. Allison Laverne Henry took the ring in Winter Haven, Florida, about 10:30 in the morning and returned the next day and asked a different clerk if the store would be interested in buying the ring. The clerk asked Henry where she got the ring from, and Henry replied that she found it using a metal detector to hunt for treasure on the beach in the Panhandle.
Oh, right.
Police were called, and she was arrested.
So she didn't think anybody at that store would know of the missing ring or
No.
realize that that's the ring that was stolen.
Not at all.
Come on,
Not
lady.
at all in the least bit.
That's why they call it stupid news,
That's
right?
right. That's why they call it stupid news. And of course, from stupid news, we go to real news, where Bonnie's at the real news desk with the headlines. Good morning, Bonnie.
Good morning, Evan. As the Trump and Biden campaigns ramp up in their efforts in Florida, jobs are an important topic. WPTV's Matt Cessny has details.
On the campaign trail across Florida,
Mike Pence.
it's about getting workers back to work.
And across Florida and the country, folks are worried about being able to pay their rent, their next mortgage payment. We're the ones standing up for the American worker, the American family, and for the American dream.
Just the two of us.
Valerie White hears the speeches.
I'd like to hear their policies on both sides.
An out-of-work musician in Palm Beach County since March, Valerie is among the thousands looking to the presidential race for some solutions.
I'd like to hear that they care about the gig workers.
Before the coronavirus pandemic hit in the early months of 2020, unemployment numbers in Florida, and in particular Palm Beach and the Treasure Coast counties, hovered at around 3%. By midsummer, the job loss was drastic, with many counties in double digits with unemployment. And then by the start of fall, signs of some recovery. But it's been slow, and there is worry that some of the jobs lost may not come back.
I think this is the most compelling case the president has to make to the American people. His economic record of what he has done in the past, as well as what is happening right now.
Steve Cortez is a senior advisor to the president and says the recovery from the pandemic shutdown is already underway.
We've added over 11 million jobs back to the economy over the last 5 months. And once again, these are good jobs that pay well, 4.7% wage growth on an annualized basis right now. States like Florida, like your state, are leading the way.
8% unemployment rate.
State Senator Bobby Powell is with the Biden campaign.
Well, you look at the Biden plan, he's got a plan that will put several million people back to work.
The president is looking at ending corporate tax cuts to help fund a reinvestment plan for the nation.
With Joe Biden in office, the Build Back Better plan, it gives us an opportunity to reinvest in Palm Beach County, in the local community, because we send a lot of money away. And it's time that we invest in people who will change the environment, change the state, change the economy.
For both candidates, the final push is on, and jobs and the economy are a key message to voters. Matt Cesny, WPTV News Channel 5.
And can you say nail biter when it comes to Florida? November 3rd, 3 new polls of likely Florida voters are out in the presidential race. 2 favor Joe Biden and the other President Trump, but all 3 are within the margin of error. President Trump hosted a town hall event last night in Miami, while Joe Biden hosted a town hall in Philadelphia at the same time. A Largo teen is being hailed a hero for his quick thinking and calm demeanor, 2 things paramedics say were crucial in saving his dad's life. WPTV's news partner Action, Sarah Hollenbach has more.
I was pretty terrified.
Zachary Musgrave reacted in seconds.
I just held myself together the best I could.
When his dad, David, had a major heart attack at their Largo home in August, the then 18-year-old quickly dialed 911. 911? Getting through Matthew Albright.
Cool, calm, and collected, and followed directions, exactly what he needed to do.
7 minutes, that's how long 18-year-old Zachary Musgrave performed CPR before ambulances arrived. Something paramedics say absolutely saved his dad's life. Those critical minutes keeping his dad's heart beating until firefighters and paramedics arrived.
And that's absolutely what happened. His son saved his life. We helped.
David was rushed to Largo Medical Center, and just 9 days after his heart attack was cleared to come home. Something paramedics say is a miracle. David says his son has become his hero.
I'm so proud of him. If it wasn't for him starting the process, I probably wouldn't be here.
I'm just thankful that I was there and I was able to save my dad. I'm just happy he's here with us today.
And today, the dad and son meeting the first responders that helped keep David alive.
To actually have a patient come back and thank us for what we did, and actually to see him alive, was just a great experience. There was no words to describe that.
Now, the Musgrave family's story is inspiring a new mission to save lives. On November 3rd, Largo Medical Center will offer free hands-only CPR training online, open to everyone.
I think that everybody should learn CPR because that's what saved my life.
In Largo, Sarah Hollenbeck, ABC Action News.
Lastly, Macy's is looking for a few good workers this holiday season. The New York-based department store is holding a national hiring event October 22nd to fill seasonal positions at stores, call centers, and distribution and fulfillment centers. Among the jobs are more than 2,000 holiday opportunities in Florida. Because of coronavirus, Macy's will conduct all interviews for in-store jobs by telephone. Interested candidates, you're encouraged to apply online at macysjobs.com. The Houston Astros beat the Tampa Bay Rays 4-3 to get back into the series as the Rays lead the series 3-2. Correa with a walk-off homer in the bottom of the 9th to win it for Houston. The Astros have won 2 straight now. Game 6 starts at 6:07 p.m. tonight. News time is 7:52. Weather and traffic together next.
7:53 on the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. Traffic and weather together, all brought to you by Code Red Roofers. Bonnie?
Well, nothing happening on our roadways, and yeah, that's a good thing. I just heading out, just look for the school buses, look for the kids around Martin and St. Lucie County on their way to school this morning. But be careful, but no accidents. There's your latest look at traffic. And it's 74 in Paul City in Okima, Wisconsin, where our friend Tony's listening this morning. He said there's a blanket of snow covered over the ground right now. A little light snow, only 29. Here's our forecast at WPTV.
Happy Friday, my sunshines. Temperatures this morning starting off in the low to mid 70s with a couple of isolated downpours for that morning drive. This afternoon, highs in the mid 80s with feels like temperatures in the low to mid 90s. A 60% chance for showers and storms, most of the rain clearing by sunset. Our biggest impacts will be heavy rainfall, frequent lightning, and gusty winds. For the weekend, temperatures starting off in the mid 70s, highs in the mid 80s with a 40% chance for showers and storms. Winds will be breezy out of the east-southeast at 10 to 20 miles per hour. I'm WPTV First Alert Meteorologist Katya Hall on WSTU AM 1450, Martin County's Heritage Station.
If you have a suggestion for the show, we would love to hear from you. An email to WSTUmorningshow@gmail.com. Now let's get the Get Up and Go show. Here's Evan and Bonnie.
7:58 on the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. Coming up in the 8 o'clock hour, we have very special guests in studio. Skylar Gorman is the executive director of the Stewart Air Show. She's going to be joining us. Yes, indeed, you heard me correctly. The Stewart Air Show is back. For those that are living under a rock and don't know about it, be 8th at Witham Field, and Skylar is going to be joining us, Bonnie, here in just a few minutes to talk about the air show. And people are really getting excited about this because, you know, it kind of gives you that sense of a little bit of normality again.
Normality coming back, and there was, I know, tragedy involved with the air show last year, what we were anticipating. So we're just anticipating a nice time, a nice event at the Stewart Air Show, and we can't wait to hear more from Skylar of all the good details.
Yeah, definitely so. And hopefully the weather's going to be nice. We can't go that far out right now, so we can't really predict the weather. I'm going to look into my crystal ball, and I'm going to say a prayer in church, and hopefully we'll get some great weather on November 7th and November the 8th. We're WSTU Stewart. We're Martin County's heritage state. The news is coming up next, and then more with Skylar Gorman, executive director of the Stewart Air Show. Don't go anywhere.
Coming to you live from Stuart, Florida, the greatest little town in the world. It's the Get Up and Go Show on AM 1450 WSTU. You're invited to call the show anytime at 772-220-9788. And now, broadcasting live from their palatial studios, here are your hosts, Evan and Bonnie.
8:07 on the Get Up and Go. And if this sound is not familiar to you, you're going to hear an awful lot of this. And then some. It's all going to be going down. It's the Stuart Air Show. It's going to be happening on November 7th and the 8th. And yeah, the plane just flew by, Bonnie.
And we're going to be
It was
hearing
a test run.
more of that.
Yeah, a lot of that.
Flying over Martin County.
Right.
And, I think residents here have kind of been missing that.
Yeah.
You're hanging out in downtown Stuart at
Mhm.
Flagler Park, just walking around, missing the sound of that excitement coming.
Yeah, definitely. So my very special guest today is the executive director of the Stuart Air Show. Skylar Gorman is to my left backside, sitting at the microphone. She just landed her plane out in the parking lot.
Right.
So Skylar, good morning. How are you?
Good morning. Thank you guys for having me.
Oh, thanks for being here. Appreciate it so much. So first off, you're a hometown girl. You're a homegrown girl, born and raised in Martin County. You went to South Fork High School, and this air show is very passionate to you, isn't it?
Yeah, I have memories of attending the show with my parents as a little girl, so I definitely have a emotional vest into the show.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So the air show has been going on for quite a few years here in the Stuart area. I remember first moving to town in 2002, and I think the Monterey Road area and the airport was like one of the very first parts of Martin County and St. Lucie County that I saw and that I traveled through. And we've been going to the air show too for quite some time, and year after year we look forward to it.
Yeah, the Stuart Air Show attracts like all sorts of different things. And this year it's going to be bigger and better than ever. Unfortunately, last year, tragedy struck the air show, and they made a conscious decision to shut it down, unfortunately. And then they were debating about whether to do it this year. And then, the right thing, they decided, what, we need to do this. We need to give this to the public, and the public needs some sort of normality. And they decided to move forward, and they announced the dates of November 7th and November the 8th at Witham Field.
Yeah, I was excited to get that email coming from Greg and Carol that it was going to go on.
Very, very exciting. Tickets are very, very reasonably priced. It's only $25 a day. You can buy them online, $30 at the gate. If you're a veteran, show your military ID at the gate. It's only $5. And for kids that are 6 through 12, it's $5 as well. Children 5 and under are absolutely free. They have some available upgrades, such as the Flight Line Club, spectator seating, and premium parking, and so much more. And Skylar, let's talk a little bit about what's going to be happening each day of the show and the different performers, if you would collaborate. Let's talk a little bit about Saturday first. What's going to be happening on Saturday?
So the question that we've been getting the most lately is what's different on Saturday and Sunday. And just so everyone knows, both the performers are the same schedule on Saturday and Sunday. If you can't make it on Sunday and only can come Saturday, that's okay. You're not going to miss anything the next day. But this year, I am honored to say that we are making history. We have all 4 United States Air Force military jet demo teams coming to the show.
Really?
That has happened never.
Wow.
So, or at least in North America. So we're really excited. Pretty much get ready for your windows to shake when they come to town. I get goosebumps about it.
That's exciting. I'm clicking through the website. You in other words, you're going to have the United States Air Force A-10 demo team, the U.S. Air Force F-16 demo team, the U.S. Air Force F-22 demo team, and the U.S. Air Force F-35 demo team. Wow. That's some serious stuff.
Yeah, Stuart's never had the F-35 before. It's basically the loudest, fastest, most awesomest jet that exists.
Wow.
Really? Oh my gosh.
That the military has. So
Oh my.
We're really excited.
I would love to be able to interview some of these pilots if you could set this up for us. Obviously, they're not going to be here in studio because they don't get into town until like the day before, or maybe even that Friday. If we could get like a pilot to come in on Friday, because they get into town on Thursday or Friday, right?
Right.
I would love to get a pilot in here from the one of the F-16s.
Yeah, we have had.
Bonnie, would you go up in an F-16?
Oh my gosh.
I would. Yeah.
You would?
Yeah.
Really?
I'm not afraid of
Skylar, would you go?
Heck yeah.
Really?
Yeah. They come in one-seaters, though, to our show, unfortunately.
Oh.
And a fun fact is that they actually, our runway at Witham Field is too short, so they can't actually land at our airport, so they park off-site. So they
Wow.
never touch the ground in Stewart.
That's amazing.
Wait a minute. So in other words, they land at a different location, and then they get the pilots actually get driven here.
Well, they
something of
fly.
that
Oh,
sort. They
yeah.
fly.
Then they drive to the airport.
Wow.
I think my favorite part of the show is it always starts like at 1:00 in the afternoon on Saturday. And then they have like about 3 or 4 of the planes flying in sync with one another. And the way they keep them gliding just at the same time is just like a really cool thing to see in the air when it leaves the smoke behind and the trail that they made. And Barry Grant, is he going to be the voice on Saturday morning?
Is he going to be the
again?
voice again?
Barry will be there. We also have another announcer group called it's like Wayne Boggs. They're pretty popular in the air show circuit. Yeah, I think you were talking about, it sounded like to me, the Missing Man formation, which is normally a dedicated flight to, lost combat veterans.
Right, right.
Yeah.
Someone important to the air show this year. We're dedicating it to, one of our flights is dedicated to Dr. Joe Masessa.
Exactly.
That's
and
amazing.
From we lost Dr. Masessa, of course, last year, and the tragic flight on. I think it was the dirty flight suit party, like the night before, which upset it for the rest of the weekend. But we're glad that you're back this year. How long have you been? You're new at this, aren't you? You're a little bit new to the organization, and you're taking on a big weight on your shoulders.
Right.
What's been going on with that, and how long have you been organizing and getting people rallying?
It's funny. I started in June of 2019, and my board of directors came to me a week or two later and said, "We're going to put on a free air show for the community on 4th of July in downtown Stewart." I'm like, "Oh, okay. All right, here goes nothing." And then I started planning after that for the 2019 show. And we all know what happened there. And
Right.
since then, it's been a lot of community buy-in campaigns and preparing and trying to raise enough funds to be able to continue to plan for 2021, and then throw in COVID. And we were all like,
right.
Every time we overcame something, we're like, well, it can't get much worse from here.
Yeah.
And then enter, a national pandemic or worldwide pandemic. It was just thing after thing.
I think like what Evan mentioned too off air with us, Tyler, is that it is outdoors, and Evan even mentioned the fact that I think we need this, like getting back to a little normalcy.
Not only does Martin County need it, just the whole area, that wherever you come from, whether it's Broward, Dade, Palm Beach, St. Lucie, Indian River, Orange County, wherever you come from, there has to be some kind of normality instead of a prisoner in your own home. And this kind of gives you an opportunity to get out. There's plenty of space at Witham Field where you'll be able to socially distance and keep your distance from people. Unlike other events that they call these super spreader events, I honestly don't think it's going to be a super spreader event because there's so much space. I've been there before.
There is. It's nice and spacious. Yes,
it is. It's good. It's a great.
It's 27 acres.
That's a lot. 27 acres. Imagine that. I mean, you're talking. They shut the airport down for this. So and you're literally walking on the runways to visit the different vendors that are there as well. And I'm sure you have a lot of vendors that are going to be coming back for this year, correct?
Yeah, that was another decision-making point in my eyes was, also, I think we owe it to our local businesses who are desperate for exposure. And, we have, we are the largest event in the region. So, I feel like we owed it to them as well to come. But just to touch on the new protocol and everything for this year, I just wanted to make it clear that this show has put a lot of time into making sure that we have a quote unquote Disney World type protocol for this year. So expect some things to be the new normal at the show.
Right. Are you going to, let me ask you this. Are you going to cap the amount of people that come into the show? Is there going to be a limit each day?
Yeah. So we have a whole team of engineers who kind of figured out a formula of how many people could fit on site.
Okay.
Based on the 6-foot radius and including their body mass. And they came up with a number, and we've worked with the ticket company to limit our attendance. And
okay.
Yeah.
I'm not going to ask you what that number is because I don't want to divulge that information. Because I don't want to discourage people from coming. And sometimes that does discourage people. So, but there'll be a good amount of people that are able to actually come to the air show, correct?
Yeah, we not only had to honor, we made the decision to honor 2019 ticket exchangers as well. So
that's what I was going to ask about. There were people like that probably bought VIP tickets last year and normal tickets who could not go, and have some of those tickets been honored, and
thousands of them.
Thousands,
It's been crazy. Yeah.
So then we can really expect a huge number, I believe, at the Stewart Air Show.
Now,
those people are still going to show.
What about, let me ask you this, and this will probably put up something, somebody's going to say something. Let's say you have all these people that had tickets from last year, and you guys have a cap on the amount of people that are going to come in this year. Let's say set amount of people from last year have tickets and they want to come this year. Are they going to get priority to come in opposed to somebody that is buying tickets this year when that cap is getting close to capacity?
So
how is that going to work?
Our exchange program was for verified purchase, not like, oh, my friend's brother's cousin's sister gave me a ticket.
I like that. My friend's brother's cousin's sister. I like that.
Whatever that shakes out to be.
Okay.
And we're bringing up the whole family of people from South Miami.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. Because we give out a lot of tickets in kind partnerships and sponsorships and things like that. So we had a voucher exchange program that we opened up on November 22nd of 2019.
Okay.
We said it was going to close on December 22nd of 2019, but our ticketing company has been digitally processing these exchanges. So they've already, we've sent multiple notifications, and our media partners have shared that. And if someone had a ticket that they wanted to be exchanged, they were invited to do so up until last Friday.
Okay. Talk to me a little bit about the 2020 Freestyle Motocross Show. That is really cool. I have never heard of a motocross show at an air show. That is definitely different.
We are super, my favorite, I am so excited.
Oh, I hit
about
the
this.
nail on the head with this one.
Yeah,
Okay.
my eyes light up thinking about this one, because last year we wanted to bring it and the board was kind of like, I don't know, motocross at the air show, but this we were like, we're doing it. So
Okay.
it's we're gonna have a whole motocross arena on the air show site where they'll do a couple time performances. I mean, they're bringing in their own ramps. They're going to be, so they're basically taking flight. They're just not an aircraft.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then we have the first rider ever to jump a moving airplane.
I
who's
heard
coming.
about that.
Mhm.
I have got to see that.
That's better than the Fonzie did it on Happy Days.
Yeah.
If he's going to jump over an airplane.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's actually
Man.
flying. It's Skip
like a-
Stewart's biplane, and
Okay.
his name is Cody Elkins, and he'll be jumping over his biplane on the flight line. Wow.
You
so
miss
good.
one day, you're not going to miss anything on the next day. So if you can only come one day, then you pick your day and you come to the air show.
You're going to see it all.
Yeah.
Just gonna days and see it again.
Awesome.
Yeah, why not?
That is very cool.
Why not? Now, is there a ticket package where you can buy 2 days and save money, or it's just $25 a day?
That would have been a good idea. This is our first year selling the days separately. We used to sell a ticket, hey, you can come Saturday or Sunday. It doesn't
Right.
matter to us. But
Right.
this year, because we have to cap, we ask people to choose which day. So
Okay.
there isn't that.
All right, so I gave you an idea.
Yeah, I like it.
I gave you an idea. If you buy 2 days, then you can get like $5 off and buy 2 days for $45, or a single day ticket is $25.
Yeah, come to WSTU for your $5 discount. Yeah.
$5 discount coupon. Yeah,
Is
we
there
could do
a
that.
VIP tent this year?
There is. We still have our VIP tent. We have our Flightline Club.
I was
and
going to ask you about that.
chalets.
Tell me about the Flightline Club, because that's only $100.
So Flightline Club is $100 and includes your $25 admission to
Mhm.
the show.
Okay.
It's a fully catered lunch, and you also get 2 complimentary beer, wine, soda, water.
That's a really nice price,
And
too.
it's on the Flightline.
That's not bad.
Yeah, so it's the best place to
Yeah.
see the show up close.
Okay. And so those are the VIP seats, right?
Well, there's the Flightline Club.
Flightline Club.
Yeah, and then we have a VIP tent that isn't really actually a ticket that anyone can buy. They're
Okay.
given out in sponsorships or
Mhm.
through business partnerships and stuff
Okay.
like that.
Now, there's also the Spectator Family Table upgrade. Talk to me about that, if you would.
That's new. So we have spectator seating, which is where someone can basically dedicate a chair rental on the
Mhm.
flight line as an
Mhm.
upgrade. And due to social distancing, we're like, okay, we're going to have to set all these chairs 6
Oh,
feet
yeah.
apart. What about families that come, and what are they going to have to sit 6 feet apart? Like, how are we going to monitor that? So we came
Yeah.
up with putting family tables. So you and 7 other guests for $100 for all 8 people can share a table.
Very nice.
That's
Yeah.
not bad.
Yeah.
That's basically $12 a head. Times 8's $98, and then somebody will pick up the extra $2. Now, that does not include the cost, though, of general admission.
Right.
You have to pay your general admission, and then on top of it, you can get a family table for that
Yeah.
price.
Are they still going to have a kids' carnival? A little bit of a carnival going on with rides
We
like that?
We initially weren't going to, but we are going to have a group called Mobile Mountain coming. So they'll do no inflatables, anything like that, rock
Beautiful.
climbing.
Okay.
They have a train.
Now, you also have a spectator seating area upgrade. That's just $10. It doesn't include the general admission. What does that get them as well, that upgrade?
That's essentially your chair rentals. So it's a dedicated seat on the flight line.
Okay. All right. And then you have the Heineken Beer Garden upgrade for $25. All these don't include the general admission of $25. So what is the Heineken Beer Garden upgrade? What does that get them?
It's a dedicated seat on the flight line
Mhm.
and 2 complimentary beers. And,
Heineken, of course.
Well, any of the Heineken
Oh, okay,
brands or
okay.
anything that JJ Taylor
Okay.
distributes.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Then you have the photo pit. That's $150. Talk to me about the photo pit, if you would.
That's another new thing this year. We we have a lot of aviation photographer enthusiasts that are always wanting to come and have the best seat in the house to take the picture, but we can't set them loose on the flight line. So we have photo pit areas that are for spectacular photo op areas for those people who are really into it.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Selling plenty of earplugs.
Yeah, definitely.
Earplugs too.
Definitely so, I'm sure, especially for the little kids.
Oh, yeah.
For the little kids. Let's talk about the parking situation. Tell me about the parking. Tell me about the premium parking. What's the difference, and where are people going to be able to park, and what do you get with premium? What don't you get with premium?
Parking is free at the show just for anyone to come, but I don't know if anyone recollects that really long line on Monterey. It starts backing up really early in the morning. So premium parking, you get a special lane, so you get to
Nice.
cut that line, and it's a little bit closer to the gates.
Fortunately, Evan mentioned the spaciousness of the area. There's plenty of room for parking. And I even remember traveling on Monterey, coming to the show, even with that backup, you were able to, get in pretty good and get that parking space okay. But I guess it's nice when you can buy that premium too ahead of time.
So if people want to buy tickets, there's a couple of ways they can do it. There's a number they can call, 877-577-9463. That's 877-577-9463, or you can go online, stewartairshow.com. stewartairshow.com is the website. Skylar, when are the phones open for people to call in? What hours are they available?
It's a third-party ticket box office, so they're I believe, open. It's a 24-hour line.
Nice.
Okay. All right. Very good. Very good. Again, the website you want to go to, StewartAirShow.com. That is StewartAirShow.com. My very special guest has been Skylar Gorman. She is the executive director of the Stewart Air Show. Skylar, is there anything I missed? Anything else you want to say to our listeners that are out there?
Thank you.
Spot.
No, it's okay.
You know, I wanted to see if I want to make sure I covered everything, and from top to bottom. If I missed anything, I want to give you the opportunity to talk about.
And we want to say thank you, Skylar, for working so hard and
Yes.
getting it organized and bringing it back. We're not skipping a beat.
Yes, definitely. So, virtual round of applause for Skylar there. There we go.
No, it's not. Oh my gosh, we have a slew of over 600 volunteers. I have a really, really dedicated board of directors, and I did want to touch on the logo because people have been a little, hey, what, this doesn't look the same. Our logo,
Is that this logo here that I'm looking at?
yes.
Okay.
So we did redo our logo this year
Mhm.
as a sort of tribute to Dr. Joe Masessa, and it has a kind of a animated version of his OV1 Mohawk,
Right.
his Grumman. So we thought that it was a nice way to honor his memory and honor the history that Grumman has with Stewart.
Absolutely.
Very, very nice. Again, folks, can't say enough. Make sure and get out to the air show November 7th and 8th. It's all going to be happening at Witham Field right here in Stuart, Florida. If you're hearing your windows shake on November 7th and 8th and don't know what the heck's going on, well, it's those fighter jets. They're up there and they're letting you know you need to get down there and come see the show November 7th and 8th. Both days, every single thing is going to mirror each other on each day. Make sure and get down there. Skylar Gorman, the executive director of the Stewart Air Show, joins us. Skylar, thank you so much for being here. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
We're going to take a short pause, and when we return, Randy Siegel is going to be here with the Space Report. Don't go anywhere.
You're listening to the Get Up and Go Show with Evan and Bonnie on Martin County's Heritage Station, AM 1450 WSTU. Now let's get back to the program with Evan and Bonnie.
8:33 right now is the time on the Get Up and Go Show. It is a Freestyle Friday, which means anything goes, and I don't know if they go with anything goes up in outer space, Randy.
Well, in some cases they do.
Yeah. Well, the whole toilet situation, anything goes or comes, right?
You got it.
What's going on this morning?
Well, sir, back in 2016, China launched another manned spacecraft. This one consisted of Jin Haipeng, who was making his third space flight, and Chang Dong making his first space flight. 2 days after they were launched, they docked automatically with the Tiangong 2 Space Lab up in space. Also on this date in history, 1967, we had the launch from Russia of the Venera 4 spacecraft. We also had several other missions that launched on this date that were part of the shuttle program. Well, what's going on the International Space Station, you might ask? Well, the 3 astronauts at the station, following a very short trip on Wednesday, have gotten down to work immediately. Kate Rubins, Sergei Rusakov, and Sergei Kuznetsov from Russia have started their research on board the station. Rubins got right to work assisting Commander Chris Cassidy servicing hardware inside the Kibo laboratory module. Rusakov and Kuznetsov, they uploaded gear from their Soyuz spacecraft. The trio also joined flight engineer Ivan Wagner for handover activities on the laboratory. Cassidy and Wagner are also getting ready to return to Earth next week on the 21st. That's when they will head home with Anatoly Ivanushin. They started packing their gear inside the spacecraft. Meanwhile, back on Earth, 4 astronauts are getting ready for the flight of the Crew 1 vehicle, which will take them to the International Space Station sometime early to mid-November. There was smoke on board the International Space Station. Slight smoke was detected in the Zvezda module from an experiment that the cosmonauts were working on. And as a result, they were told to turn it off immediately and to start using filters in the atmosphere. The oxygen generating system also went kaplooey on board the space station. And it's not to worry because the American sector has their own oxygen producing equipment, but they want to make sure they have both redundancy to protect the astronauts. They're still looking for that small crack on the International Space Station. They believe they have located it, and it appears to be a small fracture on the hull in the Zvezda module. Believe it or not, the astronauts were locating it by using tea bags and seeing where they floated and if they were sucked in to the fjord that was left. But currently, not to worry, all the astronauts are fine. On Sunday, we're going to see another launch taking place from Cape Canaveral for a batch of Starlink satellites. That launch is scheduled to take place at 8:25 in the morning. 2 days later, SpaceX is hoping to launch from another complex another 60 Starlink satellites. And then on Wednesday, the 21st, they're hoping that that will take place. Meanwhile, United Launch Alliance, with their Delta IV Heavy vehicle, will attempt to launch their vehicle on the 23rd, just about 10 a.m. at night. And boy, should that be spectacular if it goes. Should the SpaceX fly over the weekend, the first stage should land on Of Course I Still Love You. That's the drone ship that's out in the Atlantic. We also see that SpaceX is working very heavily in Boca Chica, Texas. They're working on their Starship. Starship Serial number 8 passed a big test recently showing it could hold the cryogenic fluids. The Starship is scheduled to test in a static firing the first triple Raptor engine firing. These Raptor engines are the ones that will carry it out to the moon and possibly beyond. Virgin Galactic continues to get ready to fly out of New Mexico. If everything goes well, they should have a launch of the suborbital vehicle taking place around the 22nd. Hopefully, it'll show that they're back in business again. They have been working on stock offerings as well for the company, and they have a pretty good upside for that combination. The BP Colombo spacecraft has successfully completed its first rendezvous with Venus on its way to Mercury. The spacecraft, which is a joint between the Europeans and the Japanese, has passed Venus and used it to slingshot it out into deep space. Lastly, we want to tell you that Sweden may become the first country to actually launch a satellite from. On Monday, we hope to tell you about the launches that have taken place and how a near miss in space happened yesterday. So until then, have a great day, everybody.
That's Randy Siegel. He's on the program each and every weekday talking about things happening in outer space. Time to head on over to one of our favorite places to go and get a bite to eat. Whether it's breakfast, lunch, or an early dinner, you want to head on over to Ellie's Downtown Deli. Bonnie's standing by with the latest and greatest to soothe your appetite.
And the sandwiches are so good. You can try a classic Reuben sandwich today on rye bread. You know, get it with a side of cool, fluffy potato salad, some crispy, cool coleslaw on the side. You might want to enjoy salad, so you might want to order an Ellie's Cobb salad. On a bed of fresh mixed greens, it's topped with diced chicken, tomato, cucumber, bacon, hard-boiled egg on the salad, cheddar cheese, gorgonzola, avocado, and sprouts. I would love that salad, served with a dressing of your choice. If you stop into Ellie's, have a glass of beer or wine with your meal on the patio. Ellie's Downtown Deli in Stuart now has their patio back open, plus they're at 50% dining inside with a full menu for pickup or delivery. Ellie's also has full dinners available for takeout, plus their fabulous desserts as well, like Oreo pie. Call 772-605 to order and pick up today. They're located at 18 Southeast 6th Street, just off Colorado in Stuart. Call 772-781-6605. It's Ellie's Downtown Deli in Stuart.
Time for the Precious Metals Report. It's all brought to you by St. Lucie Jewelry and Coin. Gold opening up at $1,907.50 an ounce. And silver opening up at $24.41 an ounce. That's the Precious Metals Report. It's all brought to you by St. Lucie Jewelry and Coin. It is 8:42. It's news time once again. Here's Bonnie with the headlines.
Thanks once again, Evan. Overdoses and deaths are on the rise during the COVID-19 pandemic. WPTV's Treasure Coast reporter Megan McRoberts has the story.
Detectives say they've responded to 190 overdose calls, 34 of which were deadly. But now they are trying to make it harder for people to get access to drugs as they fear COVID-19 hardships are making more people turn to drug use.
She made me a better person.
John Nelson feared it was a matter of time.
We take our boat out and fish and turtles. It just amazed her.
That a drug addiction would be what would finally take Jenny from him.
We were married for 5, together 7.
2.5 years ago, she died as a result of drug abuse, fueling his passion to help more people get sober.
I didn't think that COVID would last this long.
But now COVID-19 is putting even more people in his shoes.
They're in my shoes or Jenny's mom's shoes. You're waiting for the door bell.
We're on track to be double where we were last year and double the amount of deaths we were last year.
prompting the arrest of 30 suspected drug dealers and traffickers through Operation Relentless Pursuit Reloaded. 11 of the suspects were arrested from the Twin River RV Park in Hobe Sound alone.
100 caps of heroin.
Detectives seized nearly $90,000 and got drugs like heroin, fentanyl, cocaine, and meth off the street.
It's very safe to say thousands, if not more, doses that we took off the street.
And a rare and deadly mixture called Gray Death.
Gray Death, we've only seen 2 times in Martin County.
They also seized a rarely found pill machine that could crank out 5,000 Xanax pills in an hour.
Somebody thinks they're taking just Xanax. They could be taking fentanyl and dying from it.
It's exciting. I love it.
Nelson hopes the arrests mean more lives are spared, even their lives.
We're hoping that they'll turn around. We're hoping to save a lot of these people from themselves.
As we head into the final days of political campaigning and packed rallies, infectious disease specialist Dr. Vincent Herrera at Advent Health says such events are the perfect environment to spread the coronavirus.
So if you combine a large gathering and you just happen to have a few of these individuals that actually can effectively transmit the virus, you can end up with a situation of a super spreader event.
Florida is reporting more than 3,300 new infections today and 141 recent fatalities. For the second straight week, first-time unemployment claims in Florida increased last week. Almost 44,000 claims were filed, nearly 2,500 more than the week before. It's 2 steps forward, 1 step back for Florida's economy as the pandemic continues. CareerSource is holding a virtual career fair for job seekers looking for a position in healthcare and life sciences. The online event will be held Wednesday, October 21st from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. All Broward, Palm Beach, Martin, St. Lucie, and Indian River County businesses serving this industry sector are welcome to participate in this free hiring event. And to find out more, you can go to careersource.com. Lastly, on Thursday, the Stewart Police Department was awarded the prestigious Excelsior Recognition Award via Zoom meeting from the Commission for Florida Law Enforcement Accreditation. The Excelsior recognition is achieved when an agency successfully attains reaccreditation for 5 successful cycles. The Stewart Police Department began the process in 2005. The Kansas City Chiefs added potential punch to their running game Thursday as veteran back Le'Veon Bell has signed a deal to join the defending Super Bowl champions. Bell, who was released by the New York Jets earlier this week, agreed to a 1-year deal. News time is 8:46. We'll have weather and traffic together next.
$8:47 the time right now on the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. It's time for traffic and weather together, all brought to you by Code Red. Bonnie?
Well, Evan, the traffic's been fine all morning. We're not finding any accidents. So far, so good if you're heading out on this Friday. This includes our major highways. US 1 looks good, too. There's your latest look at traffic. And it's 78 in Stewart, and in Louisville, Kentucky, 43. And our friend George up in Kentucky, too, says they've been having their first frost there at night. Mighty chilly. And here's our forecast at WPTV.
Happy Friday, my sunshines. Temperatures this morning starting off in the low to mid 70s with a couple of isolated downpours for that morning drive. This afternoon, highs in the mid 80s with feels like temperatures in the low to mid 90s. A 60% chance for showers and storms, most of the rain clearing by sunset. Our biggest impacts will be heavy rainfall, frequent lightning, and gusty winds. For the weekend, temperatures starting off in the mid 70s, highs in the mid 80s with a 40% chance for showers and storms. Winds will be breezy out of the east-southeast at 10 to 20 miles per hour. I'm WPTV First Alert meteorologist Katya Hall on WSTU AM 1450, Martin County's Heritage Station.
Morning.
Do you have a suggestion for the show? Send us an email, WSTUmorningshow@gmail.com. And now let's get back to the show. Here's Evan and Bonnie.
8:52 on the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. And of course, it's time for we call it our 2-minute tease visit with the upcoming show that's coming up here, Priest and a Rabbi, with Rabbi Matthew Durbin is going to be here along with Father Christian. And we want to welcome in Rabbi Durbin to the program this morning. Rabbi, good morning, and how are you?
I'm doing really well. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Give us a little insight about today's show and your guest and what the listeners have to look forward to.
Yeah, so we're looking at how faith can inform our politics, and we have a special guest with us today, the Reverend Kim Jackson out of Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
She is a Episcopal priest as well as running for the Georgia State Senate.
Wow. Okay. All right. Very, very interesting. And what is she going to be talking about?
She is going to be looking at how faith can inform our politics, the separation of church and state, as a communal body, how we can work for the betterment of our society and make the world a better place.
Okay. I wanted to get your thoughts on something real quick. And normally I do not talk about politics on this program, but yesterday I was watching President Trump and he made a statement last night, and I want to play the audio, and I just wanted to get your thoughts on that, if that's okay with you. Do you mind if I do that?
Sure.
Okay,
Sure.
Here, let's listen.
Somebody said to me the other day, "You're the most famous person in the world by far." I said, "No, I'm not. No, I'm not." They said, "Yes, you are." I said, "No." They said, "Who's more famous?" I said, "Jesus Christ."
There you go. So that was, I can't believe he actually said that. I mean, not in a bad way, but in a good way.
It's an interesting comment.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would compare myself to Jesus, but there's a very rabbinic, very famous rabbinic saying that says one of the rabbis was asked a question: "Why are you not like Moses?"
Right.
Or why are you not, this and the other? And he said, "I'm not Moses. Don't compare me to Moses. That's not who I am. I may have elements and qualities, but I am who I am."
Right.
Strange comment. Intriguing comment, I should say.
Yeah, it was very intriguing. Father Christian, did you catch that audio clip that I played, or you just joined the conversation?
I did. I missed it. I really want to know, though, because I come on and all I see is the rabbi just losing his mind, throwing his hair.
All right, I'm gonna play the clip for you, and I just want to get your thoughts on this. Listen.
Somebody said to me the other day, "You're the most famous person in the world by far." I said, "No, I'm not. No, I'm not." They said, "Yes, you are." I said, "No." They said, "Who's more famous?" I said, "Jesus Christ."
There you go. That's exactly what the president said yesterday on TV. Silence, crickets. That's what I get from you.
Yeah, I think to be this, there's a carefulness and a caution.
Yes,
that we have to take with leaning into the golden calf area of idolization, and we just have to be careful with this because it's not right now. He just kind of put himself right below Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
and the key to following in any faith is humility. But for me as a priest, I think as a Christian, that it rubs me the wrong way.
Yeah. No, I wanted to get your thoughts on it because I found it rather kind of shocking when I was watching TV last night, and he just out of nowhere it just came out. But I appreciate you guys. Always. I love talking with you guys for the last couple of minutes of the program and talking about what's going to be coming up in your hour of radio with Priest and Rabbi. You can catch their program. It goes on at about 9:06 this morning. Gentlemen, we'll talk to you guys in just a little bit.
All right. Thank you, brother. Thanks for having us.
Thank you very much. As always, it's my pleasure. Definitely. So on the line with us right now is the old man down the road. He is joining us now from his Winnebago camper, so to speak. Whereabouts are you right now?
Well, we're in Tennessee, and we're going to be heading to the Smoky Mountains.
Oh, okay. All right. Very good.
We're going to take a week-long vacation. We need it, after all.
You better bring a lot of blankets in the Winnebago because it's mighty cold up in the Smokies right now. It's like really, it's going to get down to like 30 tonight, maybe 27. We heard.
Oh my, it's going to be chilly.
First frost of the year. Yes,
it's going to be very chilly.
Oh yeah, it's going to be chilly, but we can always warm up ahead at night.
This is true now that Edna's back. Today is National Bosses Day, and of course, Edna is the boss, right?
Oh yes.
Okay.
Are you glad that the boss is back, old man?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Elmer. I hate calling him old man.
It's better than that Elton John song that they talk about where the female dog is back.
Oh, I guess so.
Yeah, we're not going to say that word on the
but I'm sure he's glad that Edna is back. Edna came back alive and in action. But was she hung over for a couple of days? Because I guess she's been hanging out with those moonshiners, as we call it.
I couldn't tell you. Only she could.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Man, 90 and getting old and frail and hanging out with the mountain boys, drinking the whiskey. That Edna,
old and frail. My goodness, you must have been talking to Gary Busey.
Well, listen, old man, we hope you have a wonderful weekend. Okay, do a lot of traveling. You know, you're a free man. I understand they came over this morning and they cut the ankle monitor off of your ankle. So now you're good to go, right?
Oh, yeah. We're free as a bird.
All right. Well, I'm glad you and Edna are back together again, and it's a love story that has a happy ending. Right, Bonnie?
Absolutely.
All right. Say goodnight, old man.
Good night, old man.
That's the old man down the road. He's a regular on this program, been following me for 30 years.
That's a long
Unbelievable.
time.
Bonnie, it's Friday. We're out of here. Are you massaging today?
I am. I'm a little bit
Okay.
later today. I will
Okay.
be, yes.
All right.
A baby shower I'm attending tomorrow.
All right.
I'm getting really excited.
All right. Well, we say ciao, mein.
Honduras.
And Arriva Dirty, folks. Have a great weekend. TGIF, and we'll be back here on Monday morning where we do it all over again. Remember, spread the love, because we have a lot of love in this room that we like to spread out to people.
That's right. We like to spread good news and love.
Spread the love, folks, and we'll see you real soon. Bye-bye for now. We're WSTU, Stewart, Martin County's Heritage Station. We'll be back Monday morning.